Thank God. All right, what is up?
What's good, y'all? What up? What
What
up?
up,
What up?
party people?
How y'all
Sid,
doing?
Sid and Sean are muted for some reason. Sid's on. Okay, everyone's unmuted
I was
except
on
for
move.
Marcus. Except for Marcus.
Yeah.
For some reason he's muted.
What?
All right, so at least it works this go around. We're not saying hello to each other.
Yeah, I know, right?
What happened last week? That was weird. That was crazy.
I've never encountered that one because I heard everyone perfectly, but you guys couldn't hear each other.
That's weird.
All
But
right, no sharing this shit.
got a big playoff. First round, opening round today.
Yeah.
NBA.
Yeah, let me pull up this fucking bracket.
My favorite sport, my favorite sports season. Like I said, I like dig the NBA playoffs. It's about to get in.
I like it better than the regular season. This is when I really tune in. I watch. Actually, I'm not really a fan of the playing games, but this year I liked it. I didn't like it last night, but like the before earlier in the week.
The games last night sucked, but that
Yeah,
Hornets Heat game, that was probably the best
Yeah,
playing game they've ever had.
yeah, it was. That's the best playing game they ever had. I didn't like last night's games at all. Disappointed in both. More disappointed in the Warriors. How they just let the Suns just look like a juggernaut. Like
And that's what's crazy is that the Suns aren't a juggernaut.
they're not.
That the game before, the Suns looked absolutely horrible. And I think that's the deal with, like, you know what I mean. That makes the playoffs a little different is that, you know, the regular season you get the different matchups. It was like a regular season, you know what I mean. You get a different matchup. Now teams get to lock in on what you do, how you do it. In the stakes, you know, the pressure rises. And so, like I said, that's personally what I love about this time of year. And I'm gonna just run this by guys real quick. With Golden State's lackluster performance last night, two questions. One BT raised, you know, how do they move forward, and then also, why don't Steph get the smoke that a legitimate other superstar, Giannis, would have got? Definitely a LeBron would have got. Somebody, their team fizzled out the way that they did. Why don't Steph get that smoke?
Well, he's gonna get it from me. He was terrible last night, and he was like he has these games. Steph is talented, whatever, but he has these games where he has had these careless turnovers. How many turnovers did they have in the first quarter alone? Like he was just throwing the ball to the stand, like he didn't want to win at all. I'm like, what's going on? After the performance he had against the who did they beat the other plane to get in to beat
The
this
Clippers, the Clippers.
right? Yeah, the Clippers. You know, he was terrific in that game. And this game against the Suns, like, let's be honest, unless you live in Phoenix or you're a Suns fan, even the NBA doesn't want the Suns in the first round versus the Thunder. Like, this is a disaster. I post up. They needed the Warriors to win this game. Even if the Warriors were going to get swept, just for marketing and name recognition and, you know, stuff to talk about ratings, we want the Warriors in there. Now you're going to have the Suns in there? Like, no, Devin Booker is a good player. I think he's a little bit more of a Robin than a Batman. I don't think he's a number one guy on the team. He could be a very, very good too. Because like, how long he's been in the NBA for? He's been in the NBA for a long time now. Like, what has he done?
West Coast Zach LaVine.
He's like, he's not going to carry the needle like Steph, you know. And then you have Draymond's defense. Can Draymond shut down Chet? Like, it will be storylines. Like, sports is about storylines. Like, this Suns Thunder series what's gonna really like do it for anybody? What, the Suns are gonna lose by 20 in every game? You
Yeah,
saw what the Thunder did to the Grizzlies last year?
yeah.
I thought, the Grizzlies are tough. They got blown out by like 40 every game.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a waste of time. It would have been
So-
better for the Warriors to get swept than the Suns to get swept. At least you have Steph there. They can't sell.
So, oh, go ahead, Dave.
Oh no, I'm saying they can't sell this matchup. Same thing like even with the Hornets and their situation. They went there and they forgot how to play basketball. Like, I don't trust the Magic to go against the Pistons. Even if the Hornets don't have the experience, at least they're fun to watch. We've seen this movie already with the Magic already. We see Mankara, like, they get to the playoffs, they can't shoot. I don't want to see that again in the first round. They had their chances twice. Oh, the Magic going to come up. The Magic going to come up. They blew out the Hornets last year. Last night. They fooled everybody. And then when they play the Pistons in the first round, it's going to be a completely different story. It's a waste of time. Like, you already know certain matchups in the playoffs of who's going to already win already. Like, you know the Thunder is not losing to the Suns. Like, that's not. If the Warriors were going to lose to the Thunder, at least you would have, like, you could sell it. Like, oh, you know, Steph's experience, Draymond, the way he just shut down Kawhi. You could sell that. You can't sell the series with the Thunder and the Suns. You can't.
I don't think there was any way you could sell Warriors Thunder. The Warriors are not a good team. They have not been all season. They would have been good if this was 2017.
Yeah,
Well, I
but
think
then the schedule already came out, and the 3:30 window on Sundays, that's the most watched. So they were hoping like maybe you could put Steph in there. Now you're gonna put the Green in there and Booker in that slot, and that's like it's not
So
gonna do for the NBA.
the answer to his question, I think, because folks gonna look out there and say Curry have no help. Draymond's out. Not Draymond's out, but Jimmy Butler's out. There's no legitimate number two. To add to that narrative, Clay left, and he looks like he forgot how to play basketball. And so many folks are turning to the fact that, Steph has carried this team for so long, he doesn't have as much assistance as LeBron does, or some other guys that do. So I think that's one reason they have it. Two, I don't think, like, if the Lakers go in against the Rockets, Reeves out, Luka's out, they don't have their top. I don't think LeBron should be catching all the flack because the team is not full schedule. And every year, some type of injury happens towards the end of the year that shifts the trajectory of the playoffs. If you go back and look at the last few years in the NBA, probably since KD's Achilles, right? Something happens that shifts the balance of power during the playoffs, and teams that you thought would be in there in the end won't be there, that you thought had a chance to go all the way, don't get that opportunity because somebody's hurt. I think Golden State, they limped into the play-in, by the way. They limped into the play-in. I don't think there were any expectations, and I think that's why Steph is not getting as much vitriol this year, but I have seen him take attacks in years before. So I think this year is an outlier to where it's like, well, they wasn't gonna win nothing anyway. Look who they're putting on the floor. So I think that's why you're not hearing a whole lot about it. Plus, he did have his one game that he showed up against in LA, and folks gonna excuse the other game, saying that, well, he's old, can't put together back-to-backs. So at the end of that's my opinion on it.
I think LeBron will get way more criticism if that was him last night. Sid's right. Steph barely gets any criticism. Like, even in the finals when they lost to the Cavs and they were down they were up 3-1. Steph didn't play good in Game 7. He was terrible, but he got a pass. I think he gets a lot of passes, and maybe because people say, "Oh, because he stayed on one team his whole career, he didn't go around, so he's good. He won championships." So that's why they gave him a pass. They gave him a pass. He gets a pass. He got a pass last night. So,
Shit, I think Marcus has something he wants to say.
you got a pass. Go ahead, Marcus.
Unmute yourself.
Oh, he's still on mute.
Yeah, he muted himself.
All right.
Okay, he's good now.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I don't see how people can actually think that he gets passes. He gets crucified on social media all the time in all these different chat rooms and all these spaces. He gets crucified. Like, and when it's deserved, it is. Like last night, absolutely deserved. He was horrible. And the team as a whole was horrible. I mean, like you look at the Clippers game, they constantly had to play from behind most of the season, and even in the play-in, like he caught red hot in the third quarter in that Clippers game. What he had like 16 or 18 in the third quarter, and then it was a good storyline, with Draymond Green playing defense on Kawhi. I think Kawhi had only two in the fourth quarter, but he didn't have anything on Draymond, if I'm not mistaken. So my thing is like with last night's performance, does he deserve the criticism? Absolutely. I felt Steve Kerr should have been gone after 2022 because it's just like you have ownership didn't really want to take any risk, and Dunleavy he's definitely not Bob Myers. So anything that Mike would try to influence on Joe Lacob, like he wouldn't do anything. Like you needed front court help, and you got Jimmy Butler. Like front court is where you were struggling at, and you chose to get a quasi dynamic player in Jimmy Butler. So that's I don't really get it. So in regards to that, I mean, like give flowers when it's deserved and take away the flowers when they're not given. Give the criticism when it's warranted. The team as a whole last night was horrible. The Suns played like the rent was due. You know what I'm saying? And they got the job done. As far as Charlotte, wow, it was literally helter skelter night and day. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, I'm like you, Castro. I expected a better game from Charlotte, and I do agree with Dane. I think that the series are harder to sell to the casual fan, to just any Joe Schmo. Like you said, with Knuckle and LaMelo, how they play is a much better sell against Detroit, because you know how Detroit will play. Detroit's not going, really do anything outside of their comfort zone. They're gonna get it inside, do what they do, run they pick and roll, screen action, the whole nine. But for aesthetics, I do agree with Dan. With Dane, that it's a better sell. To the average fan, because like I said, you might see something. Canupa might go off and hit 8 threes in a game or a quarter. LaMelo is liable to have one of those jinky, triple double games. Now, just from a basketball standpoint, it's a cakewalk through the first round. I'm for honestly for Detroit and Oklahoma City. So yeah, I agree with that. But BT, like I said, we were talking right before you guys came on. In regard, I think that is part of the issue. I don't think the working relationship in Golden State with Kerr is as good with Bob Myers as it is with Dunleavy. And because they have had some of the misses, the comments that, like I said, what BT was saying, how the presser felt a little bit odd last night in regard to Steve Kerr. I think that goes to show, because again, they have had some misses on players and maintaining or because Buddy Hield is one of them. You call yourself getting a replacement for Clay, but he was nowhere near that. That's another crack in that Golden State thing, or what was their dynasty, because again, it is over. It is over.
Yeah, I think it's done. Like you said, that I think they didn't revolve their player personnel. I mean, they tried it. I think the downfall started with Jordan Poole. He came in and he was all right, but they never found that guy. They tried D'Angelo Russell. The Wiggins experiment ran its course. And back to Marcus's point, I never liked the Golden State Jimmy Butler trade. It just didn't make any sense to me. Now they came out and they played some ball. You got a great backcourt, whatever. But I'm wholeheartedly with Castro. Like they needed front court support. They did not get that front court support. Butler oft injured towards the end of the year, sometime in the middle of the season. It happened again. Aging players, and they're putting these guys together and expecting them to carry teams. You need a youth movement, and Golden State need a big movement. So I think that they did Steph a disservice with the Butler trade, because to me it took up too many resources and they couldn't build anything else outside of that.
My thing was, ever since Bob Myers retired, Mike, his big conspiracy theory is that Bob Myers wanted to start breaking up the core of Draymond, Curry, Clay. And ownership stepped in and said no. keep building around them. So Bob stepped down because him stepping down from that job at that point in time made no sense. So now fast forward. They had a certain price for Clay. Clay said, no, I don't think I'm worth that. So he left. Don't think they wanted to lose Clay. These trades they made and these signings they made the last few years is a more of a, we want to still build around Curry and Draymond than it is, let's look at the next few years now. You failed with Jonathan Kuminga. He was supposed to be one of the next guys up. You failed with him. You failed when you picked James Wiseman. You picked him over LaMelo Ball. The Al Horford signing still makes no sense. Al Horford out here was used off the bench mainly for the most part, but he was used somewhat sporadically. He would play like a few games and then he'd take probably a few games off just to keep him fresh for the playoffs. They're out here making him play back-to-backs. They're out here treating him like he is a solid everyday number 5. And that wasn't the case. Jimmy Butler, like me and Sid discussed before the show, ever since his Mona Lisa in 2020, he hasn't been that kind of guy since. Sorry, that 2023 Eastern Conference Finals. You could sit there and argue Caleb Martin outplayed him. And yes, I get Jimmy Butler won the conference finals MVP, but that was mainly because they just needed a name. Caleb Martin's not a name. People voted for the name there. And then Draymond's obviously not the same player. The trade for Kristaps Porzingis made really no sense. Porzingis can't stay healthy. I know from experience out here. And he just doesn't fit what that Golden State thing is. And then you got Steve Kerr after the game yesterday talking about, I don't know what's next for, like he's going to get fired. I don't think they're going to fire Kerr. I think Steve Kerr is trying to get his exit out of there. Same way Doc Rivers saw the writing on the wall in Boston and orchestrate his exit to Los Angeles. The question is what jobs are actually going to be available out there that would entice Steve Kerr? I don't know if that job is going to be out there at all this year.
Honestly, I'm just thinking across my head, it's not out there because it's got to be I figure with Kerr, probably big city, maybe Chicago. I could see maybe he goes to Chicago. You know what I mean? Maybe that's an option. But we were all talking and we all threw in caveats. I'm talking about everybody. And all of those decisions fell under Dunleavy's watch.
I think it's more direction of ownership.
Well, he's the proxy for ownership, and it goes to show that let specialized people do what they do. You know what I mean? If I write checks, I'm not going to necessarily same thing with Dallas. You know what I mean? In football, you got people who write the checks or making decisions, and they shouldn't have. Honestly, if I'm ownership and I got a good thing going, it's like the Lakers when they fired Jerry West. He took his talents elsewhere. You let specialized people do what they do. And I say that this is Meyer Sam Presti. This is a warning to their ownership because they're in a window. With that loss the other day, they locked in potentially a 1-4. 1-4 in this draft class. The one, if hypothetically said they just get the 4th best or maybe the 6th best pick in this draft is a damn good pick. Maybe the Arkansas guy might fall to 6th to Acuff. Or the other point guard from the kid from Illinois, and it just goes to show that, like I said, they're locked into a potential of riches for a long window, just like Golden State was. But they wasted their assets. You have to be careful. Let people do what they do, and you lock in your window. Because again, Golden State were locked in. If they would have pimped their thing the right way, their dynasty rolls on. Because again, we all named misses. Poole, Butler, Porzingis, Al, James Wiseman. That's 5 players right there. All misses. So just a word to the wise, like I said, with teams like that, potentially specifically Oklahoma City, because they're set up to win, honestly, for the next 15 years.
Dunleavy needs to figure out what kind of GM he wants to be. Does he want to be the
You need to be a
Sam
fire.
Presti or Danny Ainge type, where you can identify the talent and you can sit there and continue everything going on? Or are you going to be the Billy King and you're just a star whore and you're just going to pick up every name, doesn't matter what their ability is, and just throw them on the floor and hope it works? And at that point, you're going to get fired. I don't think he's going to get fired because I think ownership loves him. I think it's more likely you're going to see Steve Kerr resign, or a trade happens where Kerr is going to his ex-preferred destination, wherever the hell that may be. I think Chicago probably might be the only one that is intriguing enough to him. I can't really think of another job. Maybe Cleveland, if they're one and done, or maybe out in a second and Atkinson gets the fucking boot. But I don't know where they really go from here. I do know that the Curry Draymond shit, someone's got to go, and it's got to be Green.
I think that question's been answered, BT. Honestly, what type of GM he is, I don't think Dunleavy is a talent evaluator. I think he is the star GM. I think that's what got Jimmy Butler into Golden State. I don't think that Dunleavy has the eye for talent to pick young talent that can grow. I think they're going to continue to look for established players that they can try to fit into their system while he's the GM. Go ahead, Dave.
No, what Sid said about where Steve Kerr could possibly go. He brought up Chicago. I believe that could if he leaves, I could see him going there, because I think Billy Donovan's going to leave. I think Billy Donovan's going to leave the Bulls, and if the Magic, gets swept by the Pistons, I could see Billy Donovan. I can see them firing Mosley and Billy Donovan taking the Magic job. I don't think Billy Donovan is an NBA coach. I think he's suited for college. It's not a knock against him. It's just guys are like that. So I can see, if he does take an NBA job, I can see the Magic reaching out to him, because I think Billy Donovan is going to leave the Bulls.
I think Kerr going back to the front office, man. Because we forget he was a front office guy in Phoenix before he became Golden State, and he was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think there's a huge possibility that Kerr goes back to front office.
Yeah, he's getting old too. So
and there's always the fallback of TV, because he can go and be the number one on any of the major platforms right now.
Yeah, he was also analyst too.
He has the cachet to go be a number one color guy on any of the platforms,
because he was before.
Yeah.
And Sid, I'm going to touch on what Sid had said, or piggyback. You got those first four picks. Like, we still haven't heard anything from DeBanster. We still haven't heard anything from Peterson. And obviously, Caleb, made it official earlier this week that he was leaving. And then you have Darius. So there's your four right there. I don't think Acuff slips anything lower than 4. If he does, I would be surprised. And then, of course, you have, and then if you have the Euro kids out there too who've already declared. So it's going to be a pretty big class. And yeah, I think Jamal Mosley gets canned after this Pistons series, and that's going to be your opening. Touching up on what Dane had said and had mentioned. And the funny thing is, everybody's talking about how Billy is probably going to leave. You fire your whole front office, but you want to keep Donovan, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about the whole.
Donovan's out of it. I think Donovan's
you clean house.
He's leaving.
Well, and they might be they just might be waiting for the Orlando series to end, whichever way. So, like I said, a lot of times those already in the works. They just got to wait to to drop, and then, like I said, that might and Kerr might know that as well, because they talk, amongst themselves.
Sure.
He might know that. So, like you said, BT, you might be correct, and that might be the position. Just waiting for all the dominoes. And so this summer is liable to be a coaching carousel, not just free agency as well.
There's another spot.
Gets fired after the series.
There is one more spot, but it really depends on if he can sell a certain someone to stay, and that's Milwaukee.
I felt that's where you were going to go.
Because the star is there. The guy is there. They do have the talent. Let's not mistake. They do have decent talent out there. You're telling me if they don't land, if Steve Kerr says, you know what, I'm interested to go in Milwaukee, I think I can convince Giannis to buy in and stay. That's not an, if Giannis is committed to Milwaukee, how is Milwaukee not a destination to be for a head coach? Because you already
still
have the
need that.
built-in all NBA guy.
You still need that second guy, though. I mean,
You
Miles
could
Turner
figure
was a
you could
shell of
figure it out.
himself.
I
Was a
think you
shell
could
of
figure it
himself
out.
there.
He was. He
You
didn't
could
do
figure it out.
well this year.
That just shows you. That just goes back to show you how much team chemistry matters. You can't just slap a bunch of names together and think they're gonna work. I think you got to find that second guy. Who's a big free agent out there that Milwaukee can entice to
Kawhi
come?
I
Leonard.
don't think they don't have the cap space.
You know,
They have the cap space. I don't think they have the
exactly.
tradable assets. I don't even know if they have their first round pick this year.
Ooh.
So unless they're gonna turn around and place Turner on the block, but once again, his value diminished because of his play this year.
I mean, they could try to trade Turner. I don't know what you get for that. You could try and trade Kuzma. Figure something out with that.
Terrible. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But
Horrible.
I feel like if you have Giannis there and he's locked in and he signs his extension, I don't see how Milwaukee is not an attractive destination for head coaches just because of Giannis.
For head coach, yes. For potential
players, no.
second or
For-
third.
For a GM, that's an effing nightmare.
Yeah.
Exactly, because you got to sell. Say, I'm not sure who's will be a second. Say Zach LaVine. Just say Zach LaVine. You got to sell Zach LaVine, who's been in Sacramento, to come there, to play ball in the cold. And guys just don't want to do that shit.
I mean,
LeBron wasn't wrong when he said that it was some cities that guys don't like to play in.
Yeah.
Milwaukee was one of them. So you have to sell a guy, you know what I mean, to come there. There is no culture, no nightlife, you know what I mean? It's not the coach that you would have to sell, it's that second option. And that's what Giannis's issue is. He can't carry them to anywhere by himself. He can't. He can't. So that's it. That's part of his frustration. And then I think, like I said, I'm imagining he wants out of that. You know what I mean? I seen a couple of chicks from Milwaukee. They all right. They all right.
So I got
like New
one
York City.
place. There's one place that could. I think it's a long shot, but they could open up, depending on how this first round series gets into. We'll go to that in a bit. That's Houston. They have been one of the disappointments of the league this year. They should have been better than what they are.
Yeah.
They're lucky they're the 5th seed.
They did face a lot of injuries this year, though.
they did.
But
Katie was there.
the fallout of the demise of Alfred Şengün is real. My brother
Man.
looked lost out there.
They picked the
Yeah.
wrong guy. They traded the
Yeah.
wrong guy, it looks like.
Well, especially the way Jalen Green played last night, looks like it. Honestly, I think Houston's issue is Emi Udoka. That and
Wow.
Fred VanVleet. That and VanVleet. We talked about it. VanVleet got them in order, so to speak. Especially offensively. In the communication, naturally defensively. But Udoka was the issue earlier because when he was out, teams had figured out if we blitz KD, everybody else is freezing. They weren't getting consistent 3-point shooting out of Smith. And then that's how Şengün actually that's what started his descent. Because I'm like, damn, him and Sabonis are the poster children for MIAs when you add different personnel, because Sabonis kind of fell off this past year as well when they added those pieces, when they added DeMar. So when you add those isolation type scores in KD without a true point guard, those type of players, and they're damn good players, because like I said, this guy was 6'10", you know what I mean, playing like a smaller version of Jokic, but he, like I said, for a while he kind of got lost. Now I will give MA his props. He's figured out, and they figured out that when teams blitz KD, man, you can't not wait. You have to go, and when he exploded for the 41 the other couple of weeks ago during the regular season, is because he wasn't thinking, he was reacting and going to the basket. So he's the pressure. Him and Reed Shepard now, because again they're trying to get starting point guard play out of a specialist. He's a shooter, get
Hmm.
open, you know what I mean, off the dribble. So you're trying to get consistent NBA point guard play out of a guy who's not built like that. That's what Houston's issue was, in addition to the injuries, because they've had one of those mixed up lineups as well. And so when they traded Jalen Green, it looked like a good deal last year, but when Fred got hurt, it was like, oh shit. Now it kind of threw them into a mix. So they are lucky to be where they are, but they're also talented enough to justify to being where they are.
Yeah, they still got a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
Sure do. Do not get it twisted.
There's
You really
another.
think Ime is the issue?
I think so.
Yeah,
Well, he said early in the season, not making
early.
adjustments.
Okay.
He's
Because
still
Because
the
remember, towards the end of the year, they went on what 8-game run.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah, like so it was helter
They're-
skelter. So I got you, shit.
They're lucky to be the 5th seed right now. You can make the argument they probably should have slipped to 6, maybe 7. They got on a nice little run at the end. Ime's inability to adapt after the I want to say Van Vliet. Yeah, Van Vliet's out. The Van Vliet injury has been their downfall. And with you have Katie. Katie's been healthy pretty much the whole year. You have the young talent still there. Reed Shepard kind of sucks, but you still have the talent there. And they were supposed to be one of the top 3 teams in the West this past year with the addition of KD, because you got rid of quote unquote the overrated youngster in Jalen Green in their mindset because of that terrible playoff game he had last year. So you got rid of him and you insert Kevin Durant, who's supposed to bring this all-time leadership quality to your team. One little piece falls out of place and you are running around with the chicken with your head cut off for months. That's on Ime. This team has been a disappointment. I'd be surprised if he's fired if they're one and done, but I think it depends how they're one and done. They're out in 4 games, 5 games. Yeah, I can see him getting fired, and he'll probably be one of the top head coaches available. But no, he at least next year he should be coaching for his job because he has blown the window of the Houston Rockets here so far.
They can't lose it. They can't get eliminated in this series. They just
I
not.
think they're.
They
I think
just
they're.
they
I
just
think they're
can't.
going to. I think they're going to.
I don't think so. I never, whatever is LeBron has to put the weight on his shoulders. I just never trust the supporting cast, whoever he plays with, when he's downplayed players. I just don't.
You don't trust Luka? You don't think Luka's?
No. Lucas, I'm talking about the people he has now. He has to go into series with. That's what I'm saying. I don't.
These aren't.
Yeah.
These aren't
They're not
players that are
garbage
used.
players. I don't trust them. I don't trust them as much.
I mean, I don't trust DeAndre Ayton. I mean,
yeah, I don't trust him.
But
that's what I'm saying. Like, they can't lose this series, the Rockets. They just can't.
it's going to come.
They just can't get eliminated.
It's going to come down to Luka. It's not going to come down to LeBron.
Luka might
I
win
agree.
this series, though.
It's going to be
100%
how
agree.
Luka plays and
If Luka
how
plays,
much.
it's a different story. But I'm saying if Luka can't play the series at all, the Rockets shouldn't lose the series.
Well, I think honestly, you can make the argument the Lakers might be a little better off if Luka doesn't play, just strictly because of Luka's defensive liability, right there. Because then the Rockets lose their clear attack right there on offense. Hey, just go at Luka. He ain't gonna stop you. Now LeBron, even at his age, plays somewhat. I mean, better defense than Luka.
But
You
is that
still
saying a whole lot though?
Yeah, Duke.
No.
It's not.
But you're not building the game plan on offense to attack LeBron James. You're building to attack Luka Doncic.
That's fair.
It's a 7-game series and grind. LeBron, it's just going to be too much for him to do. Like, he's going to need another person to put the ball in the basket consistently.
You got Austin Reeves.
That's Austin Reeves hurt
He's still
too, right?
questionable, right? He's still questionable,
Yeah,
isn't he?
I don't think they said none of them. They said none of them won't play unless the series goes far. Maybe.
It's the playoffs. They'll end up playing.
Well, my deal is that in regard to LA, the pressure is off. The pressure valve is off.
Yep.
You're playing with house money. because you're not expected to win. Let all the pontificators say, who is Nick Wright, Stephen A, Windhorse, Vegas has Houston as favorites. So the
Hmm.
pressure switches. Now, which team do you think, or based on the litmus test of this year, based on what they've done, because you are what your records say you are. Stats tell part of the story. Houston is the worst clutch team in the NBA. Los Angeles is the best clutch team in the NBA. Minus you don't have Luca, you don't have AR, but you still have LeBron, who makes good, bad, better, worse. Say it how you want to. He should have shot. He should have passed. Makes the right basketball decisions in the clutch. Which team? Which leader do you trust? That becomes the question, because again, if you look at it on paper, other than Sengun, and like I said, he's underplayed this year. If you look at the lineups minus KD and LeBron, you're almost looking at mirror lineups. You're almost looking at mirror lineups. You got catching, you got bigs that in Capella and Jackson Hayes catching pick and roll lob threats. You got spacers and shooters in Kennard in Reed Shepard, both forced into positions where they're actually having to play lead guard, where there's not them. You got wings on the side who might get on. Rui is more consistent than Jabari Smith. Like I said, you got mirror lineup. So who do you trust down the stretch in this particular series? Again, Houston is supposed to win. Vegas got them favored. I think LeBron would appreciate this of being in the underdog role. And then two, I think one of the silliest things that I've heard is that stretch the series out. No, if LA could sweep them, yes, because the series ain't gonna start before their opponent finishes their game 7, which is already scheduled. So that makes absolutely no sense. So you go ahead, and if you can eat for either team, if you got a chance to sweep them, you do so. You don't.
Put
There's
them
no
out of their
such thing as
misery.
a stretching. It don't matter.
Yep, I'm
So
with you.
LeBron, I think, would appreciate being in the catbird position of being the underdog, because, like you
It,
said, Dane, again, according to everybody else, Houston is supposed to win this series in a dominating fashion.
it wouldn't be the first time he's been called the underdog. I mean, he was against San Antonio, obviously Cleveland, and Dallas too. So I mean, it's not we've seen this movie before. Now, if there's a team that out there is really scary, Dave Adelman is doing a fantastic job with Denver. Fantastic, like they're scary right
Mm,
now.
mm,
Very scary, especially how they ended the season.
mm.
What, on 11 game win streak? That's crazy. So and I don't think Anthony Edwards is fully healthy, in my opinion. I don't trust that he's fully healthy right now. So I see them kind of focusing on that and let everybody else just, do whatever they want to do. But Murray is peaked at the right time, and Joker's Joker. So, and then AG, he's going to do his thing. So, like I said, I was talking to Dane earlier that this series right now is the one I'm most intrigued by.
Me
I
too.
don't think the Wolves give them a tough time, man. I think Denver goes out gentlemen
At
sweep
worst,
at the
gentlemen sweep.
most.
Yeah, at worst,
Think
right?
Yeah, I mean,
I just
hold
don't
on.
think the Wolves can stick with them bar for bar. I don't. I just don't see it.
I don't.
Yeah, Wolves. I think Nuggets in 5. I don't think they have anyone really that can stop Jokic. Murray usually shows up playoff time. It's Anthony Edwards and then a bunch of question marks.
And Naz Reid after
And,
them.
and
I,
Julius Randle has played well on the low. He's
He's
played
played
well,
well, but if you have to
But
rely on
what?
Julius
yeah,
Randle,
Yeah,
but it
what
won't
version
give
of
him
him are we
enough.
going to see? What version of him are we going to see? Are we going to see the New York Knicks version? Are we going to see the Laker version? Are we going to see this version? It's really up in the air. He's not
No,
consistent.
no. The point that I was making it was actually to bolster y'all's point. Although he's playing well, you can have Rudy Gobert max out and play well. The McDaniel kids, Dante, they can all max out and play well. But right now, just the whole vibe with them, are Denver and how they are playing. makes for an easy gentleman's sweep. I'm like Sean. I don't think that this will be even much of one. And again, this is with Minnesota firing at all cylinders. Ant can go out and have 40 points, and it's still he gonna look up, and and it's gonna be a minute left, and they still gonna be down 3, needing a basket. That's how that series is going to play out. And again,
Yeah.
this is it. Minnesota playing at their max.
I look at it differently than everyone else. I think this is one of the series where the lower seeds wins. I think the Timberwolves. I think this is a bad matchup for the Nuggets. As hot the Timberwolves, there's something about them that when they play the Nuggets, they just the size, the depth, the way they wear down Jokic, the athleticism, like you said, with Dante and then Daniels, that they're big, they can guard on the perimeter. They're gonna give Gordon a hard time, and Edwards, and he can score and he's clutch. And then they have the size will go bare. I hate this matchup for the Nuggets. The Nuggets are nice, but if they had played someone else, like the Lakers, who they have their number, and they probably will sweep. But it's just something about the Timberwolves. They're not afraid of the Nuggets. Even a couple of years ago, when I picked the Nuggets to eliminate the Timberwolves, and they came in and they blew them out in Game 7. I'm like, they're just not afraid. And that last regular season matchup they had, they wore the Nuggets down. That probably was the last time the Nuggets lost a game. There's just something about the Timberwolves that just match up well with the Nuggets, with the depth, their size, and the scoring. And Julius Randle, I like Julius Randle as a second guy. He's not a number one guy in Edwards' team. That's why I like Randle, because he's good as a second guy. So when he played like last year in the first round against the Lakers, he was terrific because he wasn't the number one guy. So when Randle's the second guy, you have to worry about carrying the team and nothing, because as Edwards, he's played his role. I hate this matchup that's why I didn't want the Nuggets to get the Timberwolves in the first round. I wanted them to get someone else. I hate this matchup for the Nuggets. I think the Timberwolves are gonna pull it off.
I got Nuggets in 6 here.
It's a bold statement there, Cotton.
I think they're gonna. I think a great player, a good enough second guy. The athletic team, they play defense.
I will agree with you on this though, Dane. Certain teams bring out different results. You know what I mean? That they even defy, like I said, logically. I mean, just logically. You say Denver's on the road. They got if you name the top 5 players in the series, 3 of them comes from Denver. However, you're right. Some matchups, you know what I mean, and
I can't hear
teams
him.
don't fear. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did somebody say something?
Okay. Marcus said he couldn't hear us.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're right now. And again, I would say puncher's chance. Yeah, 6 games, but I think over 5 games, and
I couldn't hear
especially
him, BT.
if they lock in early, it could be 5. And I think Julius Randle would be the key, because, like I said, if you name the top 5, he's the 5th best player in that series.
He is.
So yeah, he has to overperform. He has to overperform, consistently overperform.
I think he can as a second guy. And the Murray situation, Murray is good, but he's inconsistent. The best games he has in the playoffs is when he played the Lakers. He turns into Michael Jordan when he plays the Lakers.
Yeah, he light our ass up. He light the Lakers up.
He light them up. Against everybody else, he plays well, but he got to have down games. And the Timberwolves know him. So I don't like the matchup. I hate it. I hate it for the Nuggets. I mean, the Nuggets could win, but would it surprise me that the Timberwolves won this series? Absolutely not.
And I think that honestly that of those players, especially the top 3, him, Jokic, and Ant-Man, he is probably the person that he could be choked out, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because Minnesota do have Dante can give him a bad evening. Jaden Daniels can give him, sporadic, bad moments. In the spirit. So yeah, I think that you're right about that. But like I said, I still think that they're just logically in 5. I want to see an extended series, because I think it'll be more competitive, but until the end. I just think when teams get into that last 4 minutes winning time, you got to really, really lock in. I think Joker is just so damn different, man. It will make him crazy. He just passed so well, man. That's what separates me. He passes so well.
He does. But I don't know. I think the Timberwolves, I think they have too much. They have too much depth, too much size, too athletic. They play defense. I hate this matchup for the Nuggets, and they know them.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I don't.
Well.
And the last couple of first rounds, Ant-Man's been lighting it up. And then when they won the series, he's been on the first round is his round. Maybe after that you can question him, but the first round he's terrific in first round series. So
he got them super young legs.
he has them young legs, exactly.
Yeah, he got them super young, super bouncy, man.
Yeah. This is my favorite series. I love this series. This is my favorite one in the first round.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you the series that I like switching conferences: Atlanta and New York.
Oh yeah.
Atlanta and New York, and they got a little history. You know what I mean? Not but the dynamic is different this year. Atlanta went in last couple of years almost like the annoying little brother that punches the big brother by the big. You know what I mean? But this year it feels different because Jalen Johnson and what they've done and how they've reconstructed their aura, if you will, has to be commended. They were really one of the down the stretch the last 2025. Hold on, they trying to rejoin. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, Sean's not in either.
No, it was just Marcus that got crapped out. Wasn't said.
Yeah. I'm not sure what happened. But who's all in? I see Dane.
Yeah,
I'm still here. But
everyone's here. Everyone's here, but Marcus.
Shorty, can you hear me?
He's muted.
Darth Hater.
He's muted right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you can hear us. Okay.
Yeah, it was just
I
Marcus.
can hear you. I can't hear Dane or BT.
Oh wow. This again. What the hell?
What is going on?
45 minutes into the show, here we go.
Now everyone shits the bed.
Oh my God!
Everybody check in. I'm number one. Somebody check in too.
Number 2.
Wow.
Number
Hello?
3. Can you hear me?
Test 1, test 2.
I can hear you, Sean.
Okay, I rejoined.
All right, I see you, BT, and I hear you.
Anybody?
She can hear us.
Bueller.
Oh boy.
Wow.
This again.
We get 47 minutes in, and now StreamYard want to act the donkey.
Oh my God.
Let me get out and get back in.
Yo, I don't know if I can do this NFL draft thing this week. This is gonna keep shit in my head.
Oh, speaking of NFL draft, is it me or does the NFL draft has not any buzz? Like it's so quiet.
The draft sucks this year.
No one's talking about the
All right,
draft.
so I can hear Dane. I can hear everyone.
Okay.
Sean and Sid can't hear.
I can hear now. I can hear Brandon.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I can, Dane. I can
fucking
hear.
weird.
Sean, can you hear me? He can't hear nobody.
Now he
No,
can't
Sean
hear
can't hear
shit.
anyone. This is
What's
wild.
going on? Not this nonsense again.
This is all LJ's fault.
Yeah, good. Don't blame me. Oh man, this is
LJ's fault. Knicks, Hawks. I think that's gonna go 6 or 7.
I think
Wow.
6. I think Knicks in 6.
The Hawks. The best thing that happened to
I'm
the
gonna take
Hawks was
Knicks
the
in
one
7.
thing
I think that's gonna be a highly entertaining series.
Especially when it's that
the
bad.
one thing.
I want
The one thing I was
What?
telling LJ for years, they got to get rid of Trae Young. Trae Young is who's holding them back. They got rid of him and they went on a run. Quinn Snyder can coach the way he wants to coach now, without a defensive liability as his main focal point. Trae Young honestly did nothing to make anyone better around him. And Atlanta, really, since Trae Young deal, has been one of the hottest teams in the NBA. I think they're going to give the Knicks a legit run for their money here. I still lean the Knicks in 6 or 7, but the of all the top 3 seeds, the Knicks are the most likely on upset alert.
No,
Yes.
most certainly. Most
Yeah.
certainly, I like their matchup. They can throw, especially at Brunson. They can defend him a couple of different ways with size and with a smaller guy in spurts like Gabe Vincent, who turned into the old Gabe Vincent once he left L.A.
I hated
Uh,
that. I'm
yeah, so
disappointed in him.
yeah, so they can guard Brunson a couple different ways. The big pussy is going to be the that's what we call him. Call Anthony Towns. Hey girl, going is going to be the again their hopes is always going to ride with him. Their hopes is always going to ride with him. I think they have enough to get it done in 7, but I'm looking for a very good series, highly entertaining series.
I think Knicks in
Yep.
6.
I've always said Trey Young was the reason the Hawks was losing. Never liked Trey Young.
I'm gonna miss him against the Knicks though in the playoff series. Those was fun. Especially at Madison Square Garden. That's the only reason I like Trey Young is when he played the Knicks in the playoffs. That was entertainment. But I'm gonna pick the Knicks. They better win this series because that Tibbs thing is gonna look like that fight is gonna look like a clown show. And if they're eliminated, I think they're breaking the team up. Cat's gonna be gone. I don't know what they're gonna do with Bridges. They're gonna try to move Bridges. How many first round draft picks they trade for Bridges? 4? 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
4.
4, right? Yeah. So the thing with Bridges, he can play. But I hate when he's by the basket, like 5 feet away from the basket, and he does a turnaround jumper. Just lay the ball up. Like I hate when he does that. Like he gets close to the basket and then wants to do a fadeaway. That makes no sense.
He got
I
the
wanna see-
mid-range badge, Dane.
Huh?
He got the mid-range badge.
Oh my gosh. He's by the basket and he'll turn away and do a 5-foot turnaround jumper. That's stupid to me. Just lay the ball up or dunk it. I don't want to see any of that. Cat, he's talented, do his thing. Like Knicks should win this series in at least 6 games. I give the Hawks 2 games.
Okay, so that's let me go to the next series here. Since we're going to stay in the East, actually, let's finish out the West. We have one series left in the West: Spurs, Trailblazers.
This is low
Go
key.
Spurs, go.
This is low key. This is low key. I like this one. This is fun. This is going. I
Tiago
think.
Splitter.
Huh?
Tiago Splitter should
Let's
be the
speak on
permanent head
Tiago
coach of the
Splitter. Since
Trailblazers.
when Chauncey Billups had to step down because of the gambling situation, Tiago Splitter has been looking like a better coach than Chauncey Billups. If you're gonna be honest, he has his team. They ain't look like this when Chauncey was coaching.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Some of it is the same pieces too. Tiago,
Denzi,
I always say like
fucking
people are
all-star.
great players. Those are guys who can coach. Like Tiago Splitter wasn't a great player, but he looked like he could coach, and his team looks completely different under him. Like, and the Spurs are better, but they don't have that much playoff experience either. So, if the Blazers pull up the upset, will I be surprised? No.
I mean, how much experience did OKC have before they went and run the table? You always talk about playoff experience, but you don't get it until you get in the playoffs.
Right, but I'm saying like people think that because the Blazers they don't have no experience. I'm saying the Spurs don't have that much either. That's what my point was.
Spurs are winning in 4 or 5 here. This will be a quick series.
In a series like this, and with a team like Oklahoma City, not having a whole lot of experience, sometimes your young players are just that damn good. I'm just keeping
Exactly.
real. Sometimes your young players are just that good, and again, and this is definitely going to be the case where neither one have much playoff experience, but the Spurs young players are better than the Blazers young players. Period. Point blank. And so they advance. Where the experience will come in is in the next round, a second conference finals, and potentially the finals, where the pressure tightens each series. Right now, this series feels like I said, as well. We were talking earlier, as well as the Blazers can play, it will not be enough against this team. 4 or 5. 5 if they multiple players from the Blazers get warm at one time. But what I love about this San Antonio team is that they can douse those flames across the board, and because they got the ultimate right now, because on how Wemby can defend off pick and roll, you can't dance with Wemby off pick and roll. Yeah, because you giving him a 7'4", 7'5" frame, a young frame with good feet to reset. You can't, and if you just try to naturally beat him off the dribble, he can get you on either side of the rim. So that's what makes them especially dangerous. Is that because once they get rolling defensively, then offensively everything is easy. And then that's just getting past them, because you got to deal with those young guys. Castle and Vassell are dogs out front. If you could, it's almost like having a young Pippen and Jordan. Not comparing, but just a reference point. If you got two great young defenders out front, and then the ultimate eraser in the back, it makes shit awful difficult. I'm talking about
Yeah.
awful difficult across the board.
I think this is gonna be a fun series. I'm not. The Blazers aren't gonna win, but I think they can make things interesting.
It's going to be a fun 4-game series. Go Spurs, go.
Thank you, Sean. Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck, Dane, and you not. Keep it a buck.
I think the Blazers win a game.
5. I go 5. I go 5.
At worst, and I
Generous,
even
a
doubt that.
generous 5. A
Yes.
generous 5, but the Spurs should
Literally.
make this easy.
Mm-hmm.
Trailblazers are a great story, but they're not winning more than one game.
Mm-mm.
I think I'll give them a game.
Next game, the Detroit Pistons versus the Orlando Magic.
Mm.
In
Which
5.
Pablo Banchero's going to show up?
I think the one that
Right.
went because the playoffs they can't shoot. I think that one was going to show up. I hate that they made it. I hate when the NBA has these kind of matchups. I hate the Magic that they won. They'll probably win some overtime game by 2 points at home in game 4 or game 3. That's to make it look respectable. But this ain't going more than 5. I hate that the Magic made it. I hate
The
watching.
amount
Yes,
of
Dane, we
shit-
know.
The amount of shit
Yeah, I hate watching
they
them.
gave up for Desmond Bain just to finish
Man.
worse off is insane.
Right. Now,
But
of
remember
course,
now,
the Six-
last year they were the
My bad.
darlings of the NBA.
Yeah.
they were.
And this year, they're one of the biggest disappointments in the league.
Absolutely.
It's them, Houston, Clippers, and then probably the 76ers.
How healthy is Cade right now? That's my biggest question.
I don't think they
Mm.
need Cade to win this series, if we're
They
being
They don't,
honest.
they
but
don't.
just going forward though. I mean, like a collapse lung. That's some serious. That's serious. You know.
Now
So-
going forward, and that's why I
Yeah.
have to give Detroit their props, because honestly, when Cade got injured, I thought the wheels would fall off. Really, I
Yeah.
did. And
They maintained it.
They maintained this. And actually, I'm not going to say that they're better, but they didn't. It didn't fall off. Now,
Yeah.
I will arguably say that if I had to say who's the best team in the Eastern Conference, I would say Boston. But Detroit didn't fall off from their level of play that much. And I thought, honestly, when I read and for the extent of time and for the injury that he had, I was like, yeah, they going to make a massive tumble. And I thought the team that would ascend did not will be Cleveland. So it kind of worked out the way it has. But yeah, I think that Detroit, they beat them down in 5 games.
Yeah, I
games.
think also, Sid, to add to that, I think that when Cade went down, they found an identity.
Yeah.
With everybody, especially the bench. The bench was really good. I mean, they found an identity. It just wasn't Cade and the Jackson 5. You know what I mean? It was just like they literally they put it together. So I mean, like that's for him, for having Cade back. Again, it's a plus for Detroit, and at worst, maybe 5 games that they win it in. So.
And what I like about
talk about Sid's point about the not falling off, that's coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Credit to JB Bickerstaff. That's coaching. Like,
Sure.
Does Cleveland regret firing him?
terrific. Yeah, he did a terrific job with this team this year. He's a good coach.
Yeah. And what I like about this Detroit team, they actually look like the other versions of Detroit teams. You know what I mean?
Minus Monty
one-
Williams. Minus
yeah.
Monty Williams.
one or two star heavy,
funny.
good role players, developed bench. like the Bad Boys, the 1 and 2, all of them have the same type of elements. Is what
Yeah,
I'm trying to say.
yeah,
Defensive mentality right there. They're
Yep.
one of the
yeah,
best defensive teams this
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Hmm.
And I think
With that
going back to
said,
the go
I
ahead,
do think
BT.
playoff wise, it's going to come down to how Cade looks
Yeah.
after the
Yeah,
collapse one.
yeah. Yeah, and to tag on to the coaching, what Dane said, I agree 110%. Couldn't agree with you more. With Monty, it was trying to sell the culture, and he just couldn't do it. Like he lost the locker room. It just was a absolute spiral to hell when he was there.
Mm.
And I think Monty had a lot going on personally. Didn't his wife
Um,
He
pass
did. He
away?
did.
yeah, yeah, he lost his family.
Yeah, lost his
Yeah,
family. So I think that he's. I think Monty was a good coach, but it just the circumstances became too much weight for him to not. There's no way I couldn't imagine losing my wife or spouse, fiance, and then having to be responsible for 15 other men. An organization. You know what I mean? That's a lot.
it's a
Um,
tough pill to swallow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right.
Pistons in 4.
Yeah, and all that said, and all that
Yes.
said,
Dane just wants free basketball. That's all it is to it.
Yeah, get them the hell out of here. Get them the hell off
Yeah,
my TV, the Magic. Need to go quick and fast in a hurry.
Next series, Cleveland, Toronto.
Oh, this has NBA TV written all over it.
man,
This is
listen,
the, this is the NBA. I always
I
look
think-
at the first round, like which matchup is going to be on NBA TV the most. This is it right here. The
this
NBA
that
TV
this
special.
that Monday 6 o'clock start.
Yeah. This is the NBA
This is
TV
that.
special.
This is
Yeah.
that background noise while you're eating dinner kind of fucking series.
Mhm.
That will go 7, I think.
Look,
This
what did he say?
this-
What?
This is the NBA TV special. Oh my gosh! Look how
Game
early
set,
it is
game
when they put it
7 will be live
Yeah.
on freaking the NBA app.
Cocktail hour at
Because they
Chili's,
don't
right?
Put that on TV. I think Cleveland's going to win this series here. I think Toronto's almost there, but I think Cleveland's just. I think they're
Brand-
just too talented. I think talent trumps
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my North Carolina card. Bi, he's been really locked in, for the season, man. Like I said, it's going to just take more than him. He's going to definitely need the
He's
help.
getting asked.
Yeah, but
He's
yeah,
getting asked
definitely,
now, so he's balling out.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I definitely got Cleveland in at least at the very worst 6. The very worst.
I'm jumping on the Cleveland in 6 bandwagon, and I'm anxious because Cleveland has you add James Harden, you know what I mean. You got a decent bench, but do you still wonder if they're ready to beat Boston? And honestly, I don't. I think they'll handle
No.
business in this series. I don't. I don't think that they match up well with any of the other top 3 teams in the East. I think that they get washed. But I'm anxious to see, really watch James Harden and Mobley because last year Mobley kind of got lost.
Yeah,
He got lost.
he
in the
really
playoffs.
did.
He
did.
really got lost, and he is their X. They're 2 X factors. XX. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They got
sure.
2 X factors in Harden, and in Mobley because again, Allen ball dependent. Defense rebounding. What Spider gives you. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You kind of expect a bench, and I think Atkinson is coaching for his job. They have to win this series.
I think they will.
Wow.
Yeah, the better team, better coach. James Harden, his choking doesn't start until after the first round, so
Yeah.
I think he'll have a good series. He doesn't have to, he has Mitchell on the other side of him. The Cavs, they play defense, they can rebound. I think the Cavs win this. I don't know if it's 5 or 6. I think the Raptors will win a game, but I just don't know if they're gonna win 2. So I'll just say Cavs in 5.
Gentlemen
I'm
sweep.
with you,
Gotcha.
Dane. Cavs in 5.
NBA
Okay.
TV special.
Mm-hmm.
The next series, the Boston Celtics versus the Philadelphia 76ers. I got Boston in 5.
This matchup, you just look at the history of the franchise and you're like, this is like a terrific matchup. And then when you watch it, like, damn, the Celtics might sweep them. I like this series better than the Magic and Pistons
Oh
series.
my God.
This series is better. Yeah, this series is better. Even if the Sixers get swept, I'll watch it. But I just wish I just hate when guys just is not healthy. Like I wish Embiid was playing. It'll just make it more. It'll make it more interesting. Even though I do
Oh,
like,
Embiid's cashed.
but I wish
Yeah.
Embiid was playing. But the Celtics, they're just too good. You know, when they're focused, they're locked in. They're the best team in the East, and they're gonna be locked in when it's playoff time. Even if Tatum is not playing 100%, I still think the team is just well coached. For at least for this series, yeah, I think the Celtics win in 5.
BT, you think Tatum is like what, around 80% maybe?
I think he has surprised me since he's been back. I thought he was gonna be
Yeah,
more of a liability
show
than
himself.
anything. But he looks like was never freaking hurt.
Yeah,
Like
he
a little
looks
bit
He
like
of
looks
he's
the
great.
back.
spring,
Medicine
a
these
little
days.
bit of the pop's not there, but like that's expected. They'll probably end up coming back next year.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
he has surprised me since he's been back, and they're gonna get a lot of love. And I do believe they are the only team in the Eastern Conference that has a shot to win the whole thing.
Yeah, same.
I
I
agree.
agree.
too.
110%.
And like I said, I'm not speaking as a fan, or I would say fuck Boston, but I love the game. I have to give a proper credence. And BT, we had, like I said, we had this conversation back in January, February. If he came back, and he came back, and normally, there will be hesitation. He didn't have any hesitation, which
No.
means he trusts his body enough to put it out there. And Boston, even before, they were formidable because their core and their mentality never changed. It never wavered. Because they did have that mindset, and defensively, and they're deep. Like I said, this is a very underrated bench that Boston has. And it served their purpose till he got back. Now you just go ahead, and it's almost like having a 40 cal, and you only got 2 magazines, but somebody give you 6 more magazines. Their guns shoot even a little bit better now, and so
Yeah.
they're
You
definitely
got
in the
that you got
prime.
that potato in there.
Yeah, but understand.
You got that potato in there, baby.
Mhm. Yeah, and so they match up across the board, and that's the reason why I said with Detroit earlier, how or if Cade can get back. Even if he does get back, I still don't believe that they will have enough to beat Boston coming out of the East, and they are the only team out of the East that can beat Oklahoma City in 7.
Yeah,
I believe I
only
do
team.
believe that. Yeah, and just hypothetically, like I said, they match up across the board. Even if you say San Antonio comes out of the West, Boston matches up with them well. They spanked the Lakers twice. Now I think the only team that, because nobody has an answer for Jokic, but Denver wouldn't have an answer for both Tatum and Brown.
Celtics the only team that could eliminate the Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, only team. If
Yeah.
the Celtics don't come out the East, the Thunder will win it. Will win again. They're the only team. They're just when it's playoff time, they're locked in. They be blowing teams out in the first round. Like when they get that
They
high
also play,
seed,
they
they
also play nobody.
huh?
So
Their first legit series is not going to be probably until the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, agreed.
so
Agreed.
with that being said, we talking Thunder. What happens if the Spurs play the Thunder?
Thank
The
you.
Spurs
That part.
put
I think the
thumping on
Spurs,
them
I'll
all
still
season.
pick the Thunder to win that
I-
series.
There's
the Spurs and the
no, I'm
Celtics.
not. I'm not.
If it's Spurs and Thunder, my heart would say Spurs. My basketball brain would still say Thunder, because this will be one of those situations where experience did kick in.
Yep.
Because again, Oklahoma City, I think that's the one team that in the deep part in their mind say they might could whoop our ass, because they don't have to double, because of what I explained defensively. Vassell and Castle, those perimeter defenders, they're not going to stop Shea. But because you do have Wemby on the backside to play the way that he does and because Chet makes himself play like he's 6'7", is the difference. I've always said Chet to me is the most overrated, talked about player. You know what I mean? He on the commercials and he dissing people for never scoring 30 points. And the man only scored 30 points, I think, once himself. And it's because he's 7'4" and he plays 6'8". I watched him in the game that they played, the game that they played, but Luka got hurt against the Lakers. They had LeBron guarding him. They had Rui guarding him. He doesn't make himself bigger. And that's going to be, I think, in that matchup, if it comes, like I said, my heart would say Spurs. My head would say Thunder because, again, they have the championship pedigree. But I wouldn't be upset that if that or surprised that if they did lose for those reasons. And now Denver, I think, is the team that of those three out of the Western Conference is the most unpredictable because again, which Murray are you going to get, and which of the other role players are you going to get? The Bruce Browns and the Johnson kid. Those are the three. But of those three, that's how I kind of see that shaking out, coming out of the Western Conference.
I think with San Antonio, like you take your mental edge on OKC, that you take it from what they had in the regular season into the playoff. I mean, because like they're living rent free right now, and you have to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You have to do it. You have to do it. Like and touching on what you said, like defensively, to me is what's going to be the matchups. Like with the defensive matchups and everything, like you're gonna have Wemby, you're gonna have Chet, but then at the same time, you have to think about, does this translate from what happened in the regular season into the playoffs? To me, that's a $64,000 question. And I think to me, you keep that leverage if you're San Antonio. If you
Yeah.
guys, if they do meet each other in the Western Conference Finals, that is.
And Wemby want to strip Chet Hart stomping on the ground.
Yo, he hates
Um,
OKC
he
bad.
can't stand them. And so, like, I believe that the team has the mentality to rally around that. And honestly, I think that's a 7-game series. And I'm living in San Antonio, so I'm gonna lean the Spurs, baby. Even though I love OKC, big shot fan, love the way they play ball. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. Lou Dort gonna pull something out. He gonna pull a Draymond. Dort might be the dirtiest player in the league now.
Mm.
Lou Dort gonna hurt somebody.
You know what, Sean? I wouldn't doubt it. But what I do like that you said, I like the fact that Wemby hates OKC and he don't like Chet. I think the league really misses that.
Yes.
Yeah, the camaraderie.
And it's,
Yeah.
And it's respectful. It ain't like I'm going out to fight you, but it's like I don't like you. You know what I mean? You got something that I want. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They gave you something that I thought was mine. You know what I mean? Whatever it is that your motivation is, I love the edge. Like I said, it ain't to be out there to be brawling. Like your boy Branch used to think. We out here WWA, WWNBA, EF wrestling. You know what I mean? No, it ain't like that. But it's a healthy respect that we're competitors. You know what I mean? I always had more respect for people who showed that they didn't like me than the people who was like, yeah, everything is cool, fine, and dandy. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Hey, BT, it's not Steph and Liv, is it?
No. But I think it's the Celtics and the Spurs. Those are the only two teams I give a legit chance at beating OKC when it's all said and done here.
So
Yeah.
I don't think there's anyone else. I think Denver would lose in like 6. Lakers, Rockets, they're probably losing in 5 or 4.
Mhm.
The Suns are definitely losing in 4. Timberwolves will lose in like 4. Trailblazers
Yeah.
will lose in 2. Like
You
it's
said it too?
if the Thunder don't come out of the West and it's not because of the Spurs, something went wrong.
They're gonna
I'm not
Something
mad
went
at that.
terribly
they're gonna
wrong
come out of the West.
Injury.
if they don't come out of the West.
Hassan said it. Injury has dictated more about playoffs than just straight up basketball matchups.
Oh no! According to our basketball savant Richard Branch, this is the most competitive era in NBA history.
oh Lord
No, it's
have
not.
mercy.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Honestly, I
not.
would say the era after Jordan, and this is a history lesson. Anytime that the best players or there's an abdication of a crown, I don't care what it is, even in politics, Jordan was the absolute best. When he left, it was a fucking free for all. You had Shaq, Kobe, Tim Duncan. AI made a run at it. You had a litany list, and
New
to me, it's
Jersey made a couple of runs to the finals.
thank you,
Yep.
thank you,
The
and it's
Knicks,
the
the
Knicks.
Magic,
Thank you.
Pacers.
Houston. Well,
Thank
that
you.
was the in the mid, but you had all kinds of teams that were making runs to the finals. The Pacers got in there one year.
And then you think about the teams who probably could have. You throw in those Kings teams. You throw in the Jailblazers. That was the era to me because there was no expansion, and the expansion teams had actually matured. They weren't
Yeah.
making the personnel mistakes that they were making earlier, and then there wasn't really. Orlando was the anomaly because they got Shaq and Penny in back-to-back drafts. If they don't get Penny, they end up with Chris Webber. You know what I mean? So they were the anomaly because though, especially Shaq is a generational player, but you can't listen to what Branch is talking about because the man didn't start watching it until it was a fucking free for all, and then he didn't know what it was he was watching.
That part. That part,
Man,
Sid.
listen, I don't know. You had to throw that dagger at my heart talking about the Kings team, man, because my head canon, they're the 2002 NBA champions. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
My
I
bad,
hate
And
that
dog.
series.
I,
That,
I,
they
that,
Them
Agreed.
got
your
that,
Lakers,
robbed
man.
blind. The way they
Tim
I,
Duncan.
officiated that bullshit.
I
Oh
keeps it
my
100,
god.
man. I keeps it 100 in the streets, but seriously, that's when the league was at its absolute richest. I'm talking about to me, talent wise, because kids wasn't jumping. Only the special kids was making it jump. Then they threw the 2-year rule in after Kobe, KG, and you know what I mean, and
Hmm.
Grady.
Hmm.
So you had a better concentration of college players coming in as well, and it all made for that era, right after Jordan up until Kobe faded out. You know what I mean? It made a super rich era.
That would the 2000s was a rich era in basketball, and I say that as I was a big Bulls fan back in the day, big Hawks fan back in the day because of Dominique. But man, to have you had just a bunch of good teams and stars trying to make their name. You had folks coming for the crown. They were
Yeah.
coming for the crown. They wanted to be the next best thing. And you
Mhm.
had a litany of guys that you could conversate about who's the best. Man, is it AI? You had Shaq, you had Duncan, is it Kobe? You
Is
you
it Paul
had all
Pierce?
those guys.
Yeah.
Paul Pierce was the truth. He got that nickname for
Literally,
a reason. He
pun
got that
intended.
nickname for a reason. And him and Walker were a duo to watch, man. You had the
They
Milwaukee
were.
team
They
with
were.
Big Dog, Ray Allen,
That,
and
that era
what's your
was so
boy
much
Sam
better.
Cassell. Man,
Yao Ming when
it
he
was a
decided to
great time to
play.
watch basketball. Yao Ming and Trace McGrady down in Houston.
Yeah, that
Like,
was much better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tracy
Brandon
McGrady.
Roy. You had LaMarcus Aldridge. You had that
Yeah.
duo out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Brandon Roy, my
Yeah.
gosh, I hate his knees quit on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a clutch bastard.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, he
Yeah.
I
was. He,
don't
he was. He,
Tracy
he was a
McGrady.
fantastic shot maker.
Tracy McGrady to me was like the biggest question mark. Like, how do you not get past the first round with all the talent that you had?
T Mac
Bro,
is talented. He is. He's a little overrated. T Mac.
do you remember when he said it feels good to get out the first round when they were like what 3-1 or something like that? And they lost.
And then they
Something,
lost.
yeah. And
Hey,
he ate a big
wasn't Doc
pile of
Rivers
shit.
coaching?
But but
Look,
The
but
Doc
Doc
but
Doc
Rivers
was
Rivers,
players.
Doc Rivers is the reason. Oh man, I'm thinking about. We forgot about my boy Grant Hill. He was playing ball back then.
oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
Doc
Yeah.
Doc,
Oh
Rivers
yeah,
Doc,
for
is the
sure.
reason Orlando doesn't have a dynasty. Didn't have a
Doc,
dynasty.
Doc
Come
was
on.
the head.
Tell the truth, Sean. Tell the truth.
Doc
He-
Rivers is the reason the Orlando Magic didn't have a dynasty.
I don't want your wife traveling on the team. And it cost you the big three of Tim Duncan, Tracy McGrady, and Grant Hill. That
Uh,
Yep.
mindset.
No offense, LJ. I don't think we have that today because you got Anthony Edwards and flat out said, I don't want it. The
Thank
fans
you.
aren't accepting any of the two guys in Boston to be that guy. Jalen Brunson isn't that guy. Luca, his deficiencies, he doesn't really want that.
They don't have one.
Braun wants it, but he's too fucking old.
He's too old. Yeah.
I mean, the guy I think they're going to focus on.
He may want it, but his style of play is not. It's James Harden-esque.
I guess it's still LeBron by default.
It is LeBron by default.
It's not.
It's LeBron by default.
It's not.
There's two guys in the entire NBA that has that. Well, actually one, because the other guy just wants to play with his horses. There's one guy that has that mentality that they want to be the best and they don't give a fuck who they got to step on to get it, and that is Wemby.
Wemby. Absolutely.
That man be crying over buzzer beaters in the middle of the regular season. That man cares.
I couldn't believe that. That was against the Clippers, right? Was that against the Clippers?
So yeah. I don't think this is today's era, because I think a lot of the guys in today's era either don't want it or the fans just won't accept them.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep it real. Jaylen Brown too black.
Jason Tatum too corny.
He is exactly. He's too corny, and the people see through that. Brunson doesn't have the personality. Ant has the personality, but Ant has a level of still immaturity that people can see, and he doesn't want it.
Too much Southeast Atlanta around. Too much Southeast Atlanta in him. That's it.
Damn.
He's so Atlanta.
Damn, Southeast. I know
Southeast Atlanta.
He's so Georgia.
Southwest.
Hey, Dave, watch yourself. Watch yourself.
I know about Zone 4. Come on, dog.
Oh, here we go. You know about Zone 4. No.
Man, I used to live in Atlanta, dog. I know.
Yeah.
Thug dudes know where thug dudes don't hang at. I knew don't go to Zone 4.
That same thing with Brandon Ingram. Like I said, I live in Jacksonville, but Kinston, you don't go to Kinston after dark.
Yeah, some places. And like I said, I'm from East Knoxville, hood regardless. But you game recognize game. So hey,
gotcha on that.
I think
you just don't do.
I think the issue is that the guys that the NBA wanted to push didn't make it. They wanted to push Zion, he ain't make it. They wanted to push Ja, he didn't make it. Those were the last two
self-explanatory,
getting ready to blow up guys. Ant-Man, I think the biggest thing with Ant-Man is that he ain't won. He ain't been to the finals. He's not getting deep in the playoffs. I think that's the biggest reason why you don't see Ant-Man every day. I think he got the competitive fire. I think he got the juice. Y'all remember, was it last year, everybody, or the year before, everybody's like, oh man, he Michael Jordan's son, putting pictures and comparisons and all of that. It was there, but he didn't finish the job.
Yeah.
He didn't finish the job. I think Jaylen Brown, not just too black, the man articulate. The man is what? Did he go to MIT or something like that?
Nah.
He's intelligent. I just don't think
he went to Cal, didn't he? Did he go to Cal?
He went to Cal.
MIT on the West Coast, same difference.
Damn.
Like Tatum, too corny. Tatum didn't seem like he had any personality. It seemed like
wanted to be Kobe so
anything
bad.
is possible. Wanted to be Kobe. He didn't have Tatum just doesn't seem, not just that he's corny. He doesn't seem like he has his own identity. Like, who are you, Jason Tatum?
He's not authentic.
Exactly.
And actually,
he's the Drake of basketball.
Yeah, really, he is. And I think Luka has the personality, but Luka, like I said, he hasn't won. That holds him back. Jokic don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And like I said, speaking on Shea, you can say what you want, and like I said, it's the coming to the dress like dude, one of them cats on Men on Film and shit. Honestly, it's an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic. You know I'm keeping it 100. Yeah, you know I'm keeping it 100 in the street. It's the aesthetic. You know what I mean?
It's funny how I'm the only person on this panel who got that.
Because that doesn't translate
over to
middle America.
Fair enough.
Translate over to middle America.
Yeah, it does. You're right. It doesn't translate. It doesn't translate at all. But your boy Cooper Flag might translate.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
He might be the one.
That man needs to get the F out of Dallas as soon as he can. It's
Yeah.
not. This ain't your Mark Cuban Mavericks anymore.
Yeah, and I think I think there are plenty of people in the NBA that's ready to put that stamp on Cooper Flag if he can continue to elevate, which I think he will.
Yeah.
Because remember
Oh,
at the
absolutely.
draft, they were saying his defense would translate, but will his offense translate? Well, at 21 a game as a rookie, being the focal point of the offense, playing out of position at point guard for most of the season, it translated. And so I think you get a team around him, and I think that 2 to 3 years, he's going to be one of the guys that's vying for that position to be face of the league.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I think
won't
With that
disagree.
said, with
I,
that
I
Amen,
said,
think
I don't
Wemby.
think I don't think he should win Rookie of the Year.
You think
ooh,
Canepa won it?
I think
Kind
it
of.
should be Knoble. He's
It's
the
going to
guy
be,
that turned around
you know,
Charlotte.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. They're gonna go back to '94 when it was Kid and
I,
Hill. They're gonna do
they'll
that.
split it.
I don't think I don't
Do
think
I'm
we
not
they
gonna
gonna
be
will
mad at
split
though.
it.
it?
I'm not gonna be mad at
I
it.
think they're gonna give it. I think they're gonna give it the flag, but I think Knoble had a more impressive rookie season.
This is LeBron and Melo all over again.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Melo's a loser.
Hey,
Melo
hey,
should have
hey,
won
hey,
that.
easy with that. Not with the Melo part, the LeBron thing. Yeah,
Melo should have
Melo's a
won Rookie
loser.
of the Year.
Melo is a loser. He
Melo
is.
Melo's a loser.
He is.
I
Melo
love
should
when
have
that
won.
dude
It
tries
should have
giving
that
championship
should have
advice.
been co-rookies if anything. But I thought Melo had
Yeah.
a better rookie season. But
Yeah.
I don't think Knipple's gonna win it because they got to push the
I don't think he
flag
will
narrative,
either.
man. I don't
Yeah.
think he's
I don't
gonna
think
win.
he
I
will
think
either.
Flag's gonna
I
win
think
it.
the name,
I
Yep.
think
this generation of NBA award voters, they care more about the name
Absolutely.
and how
mhm.
nice they got, because that's why you had Joel Embiid win. They made it's narrative based or it's name value. That's all they care
Joel.
about.
I
Yeah.
do agree.
Embiid.
I agree wholeheartedly, BT. But there's nothing about Cooper Flag's play this year that could say
Oh
that
no, I
he's
don't think
not
Cooper
rookie
sucked.
of the year.
I don't think
Yeah.
Cooper sucked. I just think Knuppel had a more impressive and better rookie season. But I think because
He
it's
led the
so
league in
close,
3-point shooting, didn't he?
the name value
Like
will trump.
273 this year.
The name value will trump. That will be the deciding factor, in my opinion, because I
And
think
that's what
you
it
could
is,
argue
BT.
they both had a good rookie season. I thought Knuppel was more impressive just because of the circumstances that he was in. Charlotte looked like a team that, yeah, they had the talent, but they can't do X, Y, and Z. And he walked right in. You can make the argument. I know LaMelo Ball's been getting the shine lately, especially since he ended Bam Adebayo's season. But
Should have been suspended.
you can make the argument that at some point this year, you could argue that it was Knuppel's team over Balls.
I would not. I would
Wow.
not because
Wow.
Lamelo made that thing go. Canuple can play, but Lamelo made it go. And
And
the third wheel in this is Brandon Miller, who's played leveled out, highly talented. I watched him. He's from Nashville. I watched him a couple of times when he was a young fella. So I've always kind of watched him. His play leveled out where you knew what you were getting from him. Now he came in. And actually what Knople did is reset the deck. He made LaMelo a pure point guard. He took Brandon and made him a true three, and and gave them the spacing that allowed them to play well. And so they all played well and benefited from each other because the Miller kid, he slashes, he'll dunk on you, he'll make you look bad. Knople with the spacing and LaMelo, how he plays off the pick and roll with that jinky, I call it janky, that janky pick and roll action. So I will give you that his impact was immediate. It put them or reset them, but there's no argument that can be made against Cooper Flag, even with the name recognition, because the kid
yep.
played well in a horrible situation with no Kyrie. AD was there for 2 quarters and then was traded. And so you look around, you just got remnants of a team that was built around Luka that you're playing with, catch and shoot guys. And so what
Hmm.
Dallas is going to have to do, they're going to have to go through and they're going to have to revamp how they do, because again, you get Kyrie coming back. You keep a couple of those big guys because again, they're young, they're athletic, and they defend. But Dallas going forward, they're going to have to figure out whose team that is going to be going forward, because you got Kyrie coming back, a guy who's ball dominant. So But again, there's no way that that you can argue against against him as well as Knoepel has played.
Yeah, and I
I
agree with
trade
what
Kyrie.
LJ said. Flag was more important to his team, man.
Yeah,
Flag was more important to his team. So I
it
like
was.
Canepo had a great year, but I'm in the
Yeah,
Flag camp.
yeah. Well, I mean, Con Campbell made a huge crash, pun intended, um, because he
I
just
got
bec- because like I said, when you at some point at time you were looking at as Con was the guy on that team. He was the Bruce Wayne at certain points of the season, and just the fact that and we're not giving the coaching staff for an incredible credit that we should. I mean, what they won 44 games, 40. They were what 44 up 38 down. I mean, when's the last
yeah.
time you heard that about Charlotte? You haven't. So I
That
mean,
one
and I
team that had Steven Jackson on it that went to the playoffs, Steven Jackson and Gerald Wallace, way back in their era.
oh,
Bobcats.
2001, something like that.
Was it?
Yeah, something like that.
No, I
That
think it
was.
was. I don't think it was
That,
No, it
that.
was like no, it was like
No, it was like
oh
05.
oh
yeah, that was a
five.
fun team. That was a
That
fun
was
team.
I was off by a few years.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a fun team.
So let me ask y'all this question. Both conferences, what will be the surprise team to make it out that may have a chance? Like you said, if they play their best, they probably could beat anybody. What would be the surprise team to make it out of the conference?
Denver
The
in the
late,
West.
the
Denver in the West.
Lakers, and the Knicks.
Um, yeah,
I
the
think it'd be Nuggets and
Lakers.
Knicks.
Yeah, Lakers and Knicks.
Lakers and Knicks.
I think the Knicks. I think the
If they
Knicks,
play,
honestly, everyone needs the Knicks have
Yeah,
the best
Knicks.
chance
Yeah, I
at
would say
beating
New
the
York.
Celtics.
I would say New York.
Mm. Mine is Houston and Cleveland.
I'm not mad at that.
Me
no,
either.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I think the
So
Lakers and
that's
Knicks. I think the Knicks because of and I read somewhere they are designed to beat Boston. If they can, that's a different, but they are
Yeah.
designed to beat Boston. Now who they match up with, and again, to me, matchups and injuries, you know what I mean, for the hypothetically just for these two teams, but they do have the prerequisites. They got a finisher down the stretch. They got a guy in Cat, you know what I mean, who can get you double figure rebounds, can get you some points. Brunson on the pick and roll still can be deadly. Mikal Bridges, the Josh Harts, they will be the keys. They will have to play, like I
Yeah.
said, above. They will have to play above themselves at a consistent level. Now,
Especially Bridges. Especially Bridges.
especially
Yeah.
Bridges, Now, the Lakers will be a different type of poison because the guy that they would need to get to play above and beyond himself or more
Hachimura.
consistently, if they were fully loaded, would actually be LeBron. And that's scary. That's a scary ass thought
You
if you
got a
think
point.
about it. That would
You
be
got a
the
point.
I
scariest
never thought
ass.
about it that way.
That
Never
would be
thought
the
about it that way.
scariest ass person if the Lakers came back fully and the way that they were clicking before, because they had figured out how to play. We had talked about this earlier in the year. They were going back and forth with Luka and LeBron. You can't play like that. There has to be a designated pecking order on how you do it. LeBron at 41, and especially for the Lakers, because again, I said this, the worst defenders, perimeter defenders are also their best offensive
Yep.
players. And
Yep.
so they had to figure out a way and integrate Marcus Smart and Jake LaRavia, the defensive guys, in and get something out of even a compilation of a center. If they can get 20 points out of Hayes and DeAndre, 20 points and 10 rebounds, and they've accomplished their job. completely constituted. So if you get everybody just operating just in their normal capacity, Luka get you 33 or get you 34, Austin Reeves get you 24, then you got LeBron willing to go into that role where he's getting you 18, 6, and 7, and just being the Swiss Army knife, but also that takes the defensive pressure off him, because again, all three of them can't defend at a high level at a consistent period of time. And now their effort had changed, because again, that was my whole deal. Even from trying to play, whatnot. Defense is so much about effort. They wasn't trying.
Yes.
Luka was
Yes.
bitching about every call. There's a reason why there's a misleading stat that's going out. LeBron led the league in fast break points. That's because the motherfucker didn't get across half court. I'm just keeping it real. And I watch and I sit up late night. I watch on my streaming service. I got a complete channel dedicated to if I wanted to watch 24 hours Lakers basketball coverage, I can do so. That I can do that. Any team that you want, I can do that. The deal is LeBron wasn't getting across half court. That's the reason why he was leading in fast break points. So they are the most intriguing team, because healthy, if they figure it out, they got a puncher's chance. They have an offensive puncher's chance, because if they're not scoring, they're not defending, because there was a problem through the beginning part of the year. They weren't playing through missed opportunities. Leads would go from like 3 to 11 real quick, because again, they come down, they'll miss a shot, another team come down and score, because they got 3 bad perimeters. They're in transition, which was actually horrible. And again, this is the modern NBA. They're not running to the basket for twos, they run into the 3-point line for threes, and they shoot too damn good. They were a piss poor rebounding team, which led to second shots. And you cannot play around with teams. I remember watching the Boston game, the second Boston game, BT. I'm not sure if you watched. I watched a little bit of it. I was in and out. That was exactly what was happening. Shots would go up. The lead went from like 5 to 15 in a minute. Hauser was blazing. And so they're the most intriguing team, that if they get on a run, if they play, even if they play half-ass well defense, but have a outstanding offense, they got a scorer's chance against anybody in the league. But that's the key. And like I said, especially with New York, Bridges would be that dude for them.
As well as Harden.
Yeah, Harden for Cleveland. Yeah.
No, Hart.
He's in.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about the games being on
Prime?
stream on Prime this year? Some of them.
Nope.
I hate it.
Nope. Same thing with NFL games. Can't stand it.
I hate it, man.
It was almost like, to me, it was almost like a part of the NBA season was missing, because I used to watch TNT. I already knew what it was. That was my go-to.
I missed that.
Yeah, TNT, TBS, ESPN.
That was my go-to. I'm talking about for years. From the real, you know what I mean? A lot of us. So it was almost like, and then the games on NBC, you know what I mean? They're missing. And my deal is like, I can't remember one of those shows. It's like they went out and got all losers, motherfuckers who ain't never won nothing, to talk about championship basketball. NBC, who they got? Tracy McGrady.
T Mac and Melo and Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Well, you got last night. Who was it last night? It was Dirk, Steve Nash, Blake, and whatchamacallit, from Miami. Yeah, Udonis. Yeah.
The thing is that Mike Breen.
Blake Griffin's commentary is actually pretty spot on, though. I'll give him that. It's spot on.
Okay, I don't really watch it, so I don't know. But Mike Breen, he also does the Knicks games here. Some Knicks games here, and the first round is not going to have the local broadcast, because usually you'll have a game on national broadcast if it's on ESPN, TNT, whatever, and you also have your local broadcast too as a secondary option. The NBA, with the new contracts now with the streaming services, they don't have that no more. So it's either stream or nothing. Like, and Mike Breen is upset because we want to hear, it's like some fans want to hear the local announcers.
Bang.
So,
yeah, they want to hear the
so
bang.
I'm not, so I can't hear, I can't watch On
Clyde
MSG
Frazier.
here in New York, the Hawks Knicks games are
God.
only going to be on Prime.
Who y'all got? Clyde is y'all color
Clyde,
guy?
Clyde. We can't watch him this year.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually doing a service to you guys. God, he's horrible.
No, it's yeah. I mean, it's for everybody. It's no local announcers in the first round anymore because the new contracts with the streaming service.
He sounds like an encyclopedia. It's
I like the
horrible.
rhyme. I actually like the rhyming. Swishing addition. Sound and rebounder. He comes with some stuff.
The ubiquitous flow of how amphibious it. Oh my,
He always with the
stop.
rhyming. Wheeling
Oh
and
my
dealing.
God.
I like wheeling and dealing.
It's like it's like Clark Kellogg on steroids. Like, Jesus, turn it down a notch.
Swishing and dishing. Thrashing
Yeah.
and slashing.
Cause I think that's part of the game. Like I said, I go back. The announcers help make the game. I think that
they do.
Mike Breen does well. He's held the torch. But it's some guys you just would love. Like
The announcers make the games.
They do, man.
I love Mike. I used to like Mike Fratello has a commentator.
Man, love the Czar. I used to love the Czar, man.
And the announcers you see like ESPN struggle ever since Mark Jackson. They laid off Mark Jackson, Jeff Van Gundy. They haven't found that team.
Yeah, they have.
They're rotating people: Doris Burke, JJ Redick, Richard Jefferson, all that.
Then you lose my personal favorite, Hubie Brown. I can listen to Hubie Brown.
Man, absolutely, Sid.
I can listen.
Announcers make the game. Announcers make games.
Yeah, it's like they took double shots. You know what I mean?
Right.
They lost their number one, and then Hubie retires after that. Now you got Mark Jones. I think he's wrapped up.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
announcers make games. Like people can say, "Oh, they don't watch for the announcers watching." That's a BS. Like some announcers make the matchups.
Hey, Sean. You know who I used to like back in the day? Skip Carey. When he used to do the Hawks games
I
and
love
Braves
Skip
games.
Carey.
Yeah, I used to love Skip Carey, man. Oh man.
Yeah.
Braves win.
Yeah.
Braves win.
Basketball. I go back to Dick Stockton, man. I love
Dick Stockton's good. I like him on football.
Yeah.
I love him.
Were good. Yeah.
I love him on Fox.
Yeah,
man.
I like Jim Nance too. I like Jim Nance.
I'm gonna tell you who I used to like listen to Drawn On is Bill Walton because he was funny to me.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
NBC.
telling you.
Oh my God, those are the days. Him and Steve Snapper Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like Steve Snapper Jones.
Yeah, they will come.
I forgot who the play-by-play guy. I think it was Tom Hammond. I think it was.
Yeah, it was Tom Hammond. It was Tom Hammond.
Okay.
Now I did not like Bob Costas doing basketball.
Oh,
it was something about Bob Costas.
Really?
Cringeworthy. It was something cringeworthy. Bob Costas doing basketball.
I'm not a fan of him as a play-by. He's a good host for a studio show, but not as a play-by-play guy because he especially when he does baseball, he always gives us history lessons. Like every other sentence, like just announce the game.
Yeah, I would take Bob Costas over Walt Frazier any day of the week, twice on Sunday.
I hate Bob Costas. Yeah, when he was doing the finals when the Bulls played the Jazz, it just didn't feel right.
No, it didn't. Really, it didn't. It was to me. It was just. It's just something about him. He's a niche specific. Just stay baseball.
Yeah, he's a baseball guy.
Yeah.
He's a baseball guy.
My personal favorite is Jay Billis right now. I love when Jay Billis.
Oh, he's gonna replace now that Michael Malone is not on ESPN anymore. He has the North Carolina job. Jay Billis is gonna take over the spot.
Yeah. I love Jay Billis.
I like
hate the school he went. Hate the school he went to, but I love him as a commentator.
He's terrific with the draft and all that stuff. He's great.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He's great.
So yeah, it's those guys.
Joe Buck was doing ESPN. ESPN doesn't have baseball anymore, but they had it for the Jackie Robinson thing with the Dodgers, Mets and Dodgers. So they let Joe Buck.
That was.
I miss him already. Like over anybody that had Carl Ravage and all those other guys, Joe Buck just for one day was better than all those other guys.
Yeah,
ESPN should convince Joe Buck, even though he doesn't want to do baseball no more, convince him to be the Sunday night announcer. Maybe they probably could still have that contract.
And of course, back in the day, the great late Vin Scully. What more can you say about that guy? You know?
Oh, definitely legend.
Yeah, it's some voices that even if you were regional guys or didn't get to see, or you know what I mean, you knew about them because their lore. Everybody knew about Chick Hearn. Everybody knew about Johnny Moe.
Absolutely. Johnny Most, yeah.
Everybody knew about Johnny Most, even if you didn't, cause he gonna, he's a yellow belly dog,
Yeah.
and he gonna talk bad
Typical
about
disgusting display.
he's a straight homer. You know what I mean? He's a straight
Oh my
homer.
God.
But their impact on the game.
Tommy Heinsohn too. Tommy Heinsohn
yeah.
was bad too.
Oh yeah. Tom Heinsohn. I couldn't stand Tom Heinsohn, man. I could not, man.
Heinsohn and
I
Dortmund's the
growing
greatest
up, I could
1-2
not
punch for
stand
regional
Here you go.
commentary.
I was waiting for you to chime in, BT.
Hey,
You know who was a good color announcer? He used to be on ESPN. Dr. Jack Ramsey.
Yes.
Yeah.
The late great Dr. Jack
Great,
Ramsey.
yeah. Oh my God, I miss him. Oh my God, he was great.
Cause he was
Yeah.
him, Larry Brown,
Yeah,
Hubie. They were teachers of the game.
you're right.
So they
Absolutely.
it was almost, if you can imagine, I can imagine just what their practices were like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where that they were actually, explaining the game. You know what I
Right.
mean? And very few guys can do that, and you can tell it now. You can tell it now.
Absolutely, Sid.
In today's
Agreed.
coaching. I think Doc was one of those guys that he couldn't, you know what I mean, that he couldn't iterate the game in a fashion where it translated over to long-term success.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Reggie
if he
Miller
comes
was
back to
actually
being
good
an
too.
ESPN, if they bring back Doc. Ugh.
Yeah, so
You know who was terrible? Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he was terrible.
Was horrible.
Magic
was everything except being a
Magic
player.
was a horrible coach.
Hey.
Magic was a horrible commentator. Magic was a horrible everything. And that just
late night.
I see your Magic Johnson raise you a Tim Hardaway.
Oh, I forgot about that late night. Yeah, he was terrible. He's not good on TV at all.
No, he's not. He's not. Magic is a good storyteller.
But like announcing, hell no.
No, he's a businessman and a storyteller, and I think that's where guys struggle after the game to find their niche.
Yeah.
Sometimes you already know where Draymond after the game. Draymond's going straight to the booth.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course.
He's going straight to the booth. Some guys already have it, and other guys figure it out. You could always, Larry. I'm surprised that he didn't coach as long because that's what he would, that was his niche, or to maintain his space within the game. Some guys are just completely outmatched in what the hell they do, and that goes for a lot of coaches. And I'll say it for sure. That's Doc Rivers for sure. I'm gonna just keep that shit real.
I can see Doc being back on TV again.
Yeah.
Hey, BT, what would it take for Brad Stevens to coach again?
Nothing. His job is he has probably one of the easiest job in the NBA right now. He's the president of basketball operations for one of the premier franchises. He's getting paid a couple mil for it, and he's allowed to just go be with his family, delegate stuff to other people, some stuff he wasn't able to do as a coach. He doesn't have to travel.
I'm not gonna lie
as much.
to you, man. He was my absolute first choice for coach. For us.
If he wasn't going to go
my absolute
to the University of Indiana, he's not going in. He's not coming back to college.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. Pat Riley. Once he left the sideline, he never went back. Why would you? That's a whole different.
Pat Riley should leave the front office now.
Oh man,
that's a different discussion.
Yeah, well, him and Mickey Harrison don't get along. I don't understand why he's still there.
He should have been gone after the Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, when they leave to be a coach and they don't go back.
Yeah,
any sport. That's why I think I don't think Mike Tomlin's gonna coach ever again.
I don't think so.
I'm surprised the Tar Heels didn't hire Phil Jackson.
The man can barely walk, and he probably gets up 4 or 5 times to piss in the night. So
is Belichick.
Phil. Oh no! Even when Phil Jackson was coaching, he always sits down. He's one of the few coaches I've never seen him stand up.
Man,
he can't.
Phil somewhere smoking his weed, living a good life.
Phil always sits. He sits down the entire game.
And the fact that
I am surprised Mike Malone was the pick.
He pulled Jeannie Buss. Enough said.
Phil Jackson never stands up.
So that is your NBA. Oh yeah, we didn't get to what's the finals and who's winning.
Oh,
Thunder over Celtics in 6.
Basketball wise, Thunder over the bitch ass Celtics in 7. My heart my heart, my fight gonna always say Lakers in 4. But honestly, my heart, what my heart really wants is Lakers and Celtics. Lakers in Laker in a 7-game series. Lakers in 4. That's what my heart wants.
I would love for LeBron to win
Your
the
heart is really
championship. I don't
big.
see it.
Yeah,
Lakers losing 1 if that series happened.
my dream is Spurs Detroit. Spurs winning in 6.
Oh,
But
Yeah, mine would
I
be
think OKC might repeat.
I think they
hope
will
not.
too.
Mine is San Antonio and Boston actually pulling off the upset.
The fan in me has Boston over San Antonio in 6. The somewhat logic in me has OKC over Boston in 6.
That's what I have.
I just want
Yeah,
somebody to
probably
beat
be
OKC.
Boston.
I think the only
Yeah.
team in the East that can beat Boston is New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I'll give Detroit a fighting chance.
But to
I just
me,
don't think. I mean,
think
Detroit has the defense to stop Boston. I don't know if they have the offense.
They don't have the second guy.
Not without
That's fair.
Cade. Not without Cade, because Cade made Jalen Duren that second guy on the block and off the pick and roll action, going to the basket lobs and all that good shit.
Man,
I agree with you, BT.
he really
Not with-
makes everybody better, man.
Yeah, not without Cade. Not without Cade. Not
facts.
Not without Cade. Not without
Yeah.
Cade.
Cade
Yeah.
was one of my guys, man. That was dark horse for MVP before.
Yeah,
all
real
that,
quick. That's
that
what I
long
was
went
going to
down.
go to, Sean. Who everybody got for the MVP?
It's going to be Shea. Oh, Finals MVP or regular?
You talking about regular season MVP or Finals MVP?
Both.
Oh,
Shea. Probably Shea for both.
Finals MVP is
Reality-
going to be SGA.
Reality
Regular
Reality says SGA, but part of me says Joker.
So who's else? So who did that 65 game thing? Who's eligible? Like
Luka,
Cade
Wemby,
got
JB,
re-eligible.
Cade, I think.
Yeah, him and Luka got
Wemby.
eligible.
Well, no,
That's
JB played 70 games, didn't he? BT?
bullshit. Yeah, Jalen's up there. Luka and Cade should not be eligible, but they are for bullshit reasons.
it might be
Ant
Wemby.
will not be.
Ant missed about 4 games, didn't he?
Something like that.
So Cade's makes somewhat sense. His lung collapsed. The only reason Luka didn't hit the 65 is because he couldn't stop fucking crying and he got himself suspended.
Well, man, he
Yeah.
had a kid, man. He had I think he got an exemption of one of those games. That's what not cause of the bitching. Yeah, he deserved it for the bitching because he ain't playing defense. But I think one of those was a personal reason, children or whatever. Like I said, he got more child
Yeah, well,
support.
the divorce, right? The divorce,
Yeah,
right?
some
You
shit.
just
That's
just can't. If you're gonna make the exception for some, you got to make it for all.
That's fair.
And that's the slippery slope. They're gonna redo this rule
You're gonna have
because
to. You're gonna have
there's
to.
too many people bitching. And I think a lot of the main reason a lot of people are bitching is because a certain someone will not be eligible for all NBA for the first time in like 20 years. Because
Well,
that's when the discourse really started.
He knew. He
And
knew
then
that. He knew that. I think
and then
Ben gave that up. Yeah. I think.
I think he's fine with that. I mean, his fan base wasn't.
Oh man, fuck his fan base.
That's where the real discourse of the. That's where the real discourse of the 65 game bitching really started. And then the NBA doing this exception shit, just at that point, you just throw away the fucking rule.
Right.
I think they'll end up dropping it to 60.
Yeah, because they're going to end up
Damn,
pimping the
60?
rule. It's going to be more personal reasons. You know what I mean?
I think they'll drop it to 60.
60 is an awful low number, though.
It is.
But in my opinion, they might not even touch it. I think for some reason, they want to crack down on tanking because OKC was crying. The team that tanked.
It might as well just
If
get
there's-
rid of the whole thing. They're gonna lower it to 60.
If there's
Might as
anybody
well.
who should not be bitching is OKC. Like, come on.
I think they should do what the NHL.
You got first round picks
and
until the year
award-
25-25.
or if not, raise it to 68. My deal is that because it has to be a breaking point somewhere. You know what I mean? You can't again, you can't have your cake and eat it too, because again, you're gonna get guys on the threshold, and it's gonna be all type of personal reasons. You know what I mean? That's gonna come up because
Yep.
Luka got
Yeah.
got an exemption. That's a personal reason. Okay,
Yeah.
baby mama leaving you, whatever, whatnot. So it's already a slippery slope. Once they set that bar right there, then watch. Next year it's gonna
Excuse
be
me.
I got served. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some
jury
reason.
duty.
Yeah, it's gonna be exactly. It's
I
gonna
think
be
I think
some
they're going to drop the games. I think there'll still be a game threshold, but I think they're going to drop it to probably 60, 62. It's going to be stupid. I would have moved it up to like 70.
I'd have moved to 68.
Yeah.
Honestly.
What was another
Yeah,
30?
70 is a good number. BT.
Yeah, but it's Shea's going to win MVP probably by default at this point.
I hate that.
If the Thunder win the finals, he'll be finals MVP.
Oh, he definitely will.
Yeah.
I go if the Celtics do, I think it would be Tatum.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if on my heart pick, on my head pick, it's Shea for the regular season MVP. Then it's gonna be, if they win in the finals, it'll be them. However, if Boston were to upset them, I'm going with Brown. I think they're
Brown
gonna
should be the regular season MVP, if we're being honest.
Yeah, he has credence. You know what I mean? That's part of the issue.
This was supposed to be a this was
Was he
supposed
fourth
to
in the
be
league in
a
scoring?
lost year.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
was
it
supposed
was.
to be a lost year for the
It
Celtics.
was.
it was. And
And Jaylen Brown turned them into title contenders.
Yeah, but you also have to give credit to Maz too, man. Like he's a great coach. Like he made $1 out of 15 cents.
Joe
Like, a lot of that
Mazzulla
has to
shut
be-
down every. Joe Mazzulla shut up all
He
the.
killed every
doubters
narrative. He
of-
killed every
He did.
narrative,
He
man.
did.
Every
Yeah,
narrative.
Joe
just shut him
Mazzulla
up.
probably should be coach of the year.
Straight silence of the
He should
land.
Him
be,
or
but
Feet
they'll
over the
probably
mouth.
give it to JD.
either coach
Him
of
or
Jimmy
the year,
Bickerstaff from Mazzulla.
coach of year is him, Bickerstaff, and Tiago Splitter.
Thiago Splitter.
Here we go.
Blazers ain't look like
man.
this for Chauncey.
I think
Mazzulla flat
that
out
if
proved he's better
I think
than
if
Udoka as a
yeah.
coach.
Oh hell yeah! I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Udoka is probably is on that overrated Doc Rivers. From what I've seen from him, honestly, I think he's overrated. Highly
Not Doc
overrated.
Rivers.
No, he ain't
That
Doc
Rivers is the
Rivers.
next level.
No, we saw Glenn Rivers this year. We didn't see Doc. We saw Glenn this year. We saw Glenn Rivers.
Doc Rivers is the final boss of overrated coaches, man.
I don't know, at least Doc won.
Well, shit, you understand the Sith. You understand the Sith world. Apprentice master, ruler two.
Just keep in mind, at
Man.
one point, Ime was probably going to be the successor to Pop out in San Antonio.
He was. I think he was.
You would have thought that. Yeah, he would have thought that.
It would have been anyone but Becky Hammond if Pop had his way.
Oh God. Yeah.
There was a picture or video of Popovich at the Spurs practice yesterday, but he could barely walk.
You saw how he was walking?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, he couldn't walk.
That was
He should
painful.
have retired.
That hurt me.
3 years before
Yeah.
he actually did.
Yeah, Pop
Yeah,
one
he
of
can
those
hardly
guys,
walk.
lead respect guys. You know what I mean? And so
Yeah.
to see
I love
him-
Pop,
When his
man.
wife passed,
Is.
that's when he should have called it. But I get why he didn't.
absolutely.
He barely
Yeah.
could walk.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's like fucking 500.
Yeah.
Better
Master
Olympic
Yoda.
coach than Steve Kerr.
And way better than Larry Brown.
So
Just
we
saying.
got
Hey, Larry Brown, but Larry Brown's my guy. Like, we ain't gonna have no Larry Brown slander.
Hey,
Larry Brown's
hey,
my
hey,
man's. Like, I love Larry Brown.
He
That's
went
my
to
favorite
he went to he's a Carolina guy, so I mean that's kind of hard for me to
I
say.
love
so.
Larry Brown. The Knicks made him
Surprised
look
Larry
bad.
Brown
That
wasn't
curse-
named
this
UNC
curse
head
franchise.
coach.
I love Larry Brown.
Hell no.
Yeah, I'll just be
You
hiring
are-
all the
you're-
old people.
I'm
You're
a
pro New
defender,
York,
huh?
sir. You're pro New
For
York. You have
baseball,
to be.
I'm surprised you guys didn't hit up Lou Pinella or Tony La Russa to come manage that squad. I'll just hire all the old fucking people out
Tony
there.
Randolph. Tony
And
Randolph.
dig up Tom
Randolph.
Bobby
and dig up
Cox.
Tom
Tony
Lasorda. Dig up
Randolph
Tom
been doing
Lasorda. Hey,
that.
watch your mouth there, Sean.
Speaking of Tony La Russa, the biggest mistake the White Sox
Bobby
the
Cox.
biggest mistake Tony La Russa did in his career was take the White Sox job. I think that kind of messed up his legacy a little bit.
Yeah, when Terry Francona retires for the 8th time, he has a job at UNC waiting for him.
Here we go. Here we go.
Terry Francona. Oh man.
We could dig up old Tom Lasorda again. I'm like,
They're gonna take up Gordie Howe to come coach your hockey team if you have one.
oh, Jesus. We got a dope lacrosse team though.
You
I
can't
go,
name
oh,
one
geez.
lacrosse player, but they'll dig him up. Someone from the Duke
Man.
case.
Jim Brown ain't been going that long. He the GOAT.
Look, you know it's hard times when a man bring up lacrosse. Boy,
Yo,
Giants.
our Tumbling team is killing it.
speaking of coaches,
Yeah, I know.
Brandon BT, what your coach doing out there, man?
Just fucking away.
Out there getting some strange.
They announced today the NFL is not going to investigate him at all for any wrongdoing.
Yeah, I heard
So
about
he's
it.
off the hook, punishment-wise,
Yeah.
which he really should be. I get a lot of people are upset that Diana Rossini's career is gone now,
Yeah.
but it's two different industries here. You can't be effing your sources.
Yeah,
And this isn't the
right.
first time we've heard something like this when it comes to Diana Rossini.
Yeah.
No.
And she gives out hints like in
She's
interviews.
lucky she made it. She's lucky she made it past the Washington Redskins stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
This
Oh,
one, there's
Yeah.
They got Dirk on the pregame.
Because old Danny Boy was all over that, wasn't he? Old
Yeah,
Daniel
Dirk
Snyder.
is-
He was. Didn't he
Dirk,
sleep with her?
fun. Dirk.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he sleep with her? Didn't Daniel
No,
Snyder sleep with her?
it was one of the It was one of the executives there.
Okay.
So,
It was
so-
like his
so-
right hand man or some shit.
Okay. I
only-
thought it was Snyder himself that slept with her.
The only
Let me
place
ask
I can see she's gonna do a podcast like Joy Taylor. She's gonna have a podcast for the rest of her career.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
the only place
Those two should run a podcast together.
They had like a meme. And they said, what would the name of the sports show be? It was her, with Joy Taylor and Shannon Sharp. It says
Yo, Sharp
She's-
has fallen
it said
off.
it said it cheeks clapping, sports yapping, something like that. Some meme.
Yeah, Sharp has fallen off. I saw Sharp for the first time in like months
Yeah, just do
because
Yeah.
of
podcasts.
WrestleMania weekend. God damn, that dude has fallen off.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like situation like that, it's podcast or nothing. Diana Rossini's gonna be a podcaster for the rest of her career.
Yeah, didn't Steph sign sign the shoes
That
last
pot
night
there.
for him?
Who?
Shannon Sharp? Steph?
I don't know.
I think he's in
The
Vegas.
only
right
place
now.
I can see actually hiring Diana Rossini because they have a relationship or the
Barstool.
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 Barstool, yep. Barstool.
That's it.
I don't
That's
know
it.
if Barstool is going to touch her because
Yeah.
they go New England sports first.
Mm,
Oh, yeah,
she'll
you're
touch
right.
them.
All right, so yeah.
That's
So she's gonna be a podcaster. That's like Joy Taylor.
Yeah. Now, let me ask a
She'll
question.
be on the Colin Coward network.
Yeah. Let me ask a question.
Speaking of
though, real
podcasts,
quick.
go ahead, Sid.
No,
my bad.
no, because I was just going to ask, what about the reporter who asked Az Fudd about her relationship
How
with?
dumb was that?
Yeah. Now,
He was right. I'm not gonna lie. He was right. We have NBA players that get asked about. Bam Adebayo gets asked about
Asian
Elijah Wilson all the time. I'm sorry, the Scissor Sisters cannot handle it.
you just wanted to say
Oh, my
Scissor
God.
Sisters.
Yeah.
I am sorry that you can't sit there and cry. Oh, we want to be treated like NBA, like the men here, and then
Yeah.
when you get pressed by a reporter, we're gonna handle you with kid gloves. You can't have it both ways.
Well, speaking of Scissor Sisters, didn't
Yes.
the mature Scissor Sisters split up yesterday?
Oh Lord, he said mature.
Who?
You talking about
Rapinoe and
Thomas?
Suberg. Rapinoe and Suberg.
Oh yeah, they
I'm talking about
did.
Rapinoe and
They-
Suberg. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They announced
The rusty scissors, yeah, they're done.
The
But-
rusty,
Bruh.
the rusty shears,
Bruh.
But
edge clippers.
let's be honest, it is a storyline. You do have to question how much did, and it's unfair to Fudd here, but you have
I'm
to question
sorry.
how much of the
You could.
relationship between her and Paige played a factor in them picking her number one. Because you
Hey,
can
hey,
probably
100%.
argue she might not be a fit just because of how they're constructed. But
because
Yeah, I
to be fair
mean,
to
because
her,
They
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 already
actually
got
they actually need
Paige,
front
they
court help.
already got
constructed.
Ogumbawale, and then they pick
no,
Flood. That's a crowded court, not a
that's
I mean, it's
unfair
stretch.
to
small ball.
her.
It's small
Exactly.
ball.
It's unfair to her because she is talented enough to be the number 1 overall pick. But
Yeah.
the fit isn't. You can argue the fit's not there, and it
I
felt
thought they
like
would go
you could.
Betts.
I thought they were going bets too.
Yeah. Where's
But
Lauren
you
at?
can
Washington.
sit
She's
there.
in Washington, right? Washington picked her, right?
She
Yeah,
went number 2, I think.
Washington,
She went
man,
right after.
Washington got a young core, bro.
They really do.
Washington got a good young core.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can easily sit there and question. Yeah, the only reason she went here is because of who she's dating,
Mm.
Yeah,
and
Dallas
that's
needed a
unfair to
front court.
her. But that is what it is.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Dallas needed front court help. They did not need back court help.
They didn't
Yeah.
need her
Yeah.
unless they're planning on getting rid of someone back there, which I don't think I would.
No,
I mean, the only person they could trade is Enrique.
and they're not going to do
Try to
that.
swing her for a big, and I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna do that. I just don't see the fit.
Speaking of big, I don't think anyone liked my Chicago just wanted out of the Angel Reese business take.
They'll be okay.
I mean, but the word around the campfire was that she she caused some splits within the team
Cardoso,
with
especially.
some comments and things that she made. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was
Because like
Espe-
business
good
wise,
opportunity.
it makes no sense trading her because she is a cash cow,
True.
and they immediately went out and spent. They have a semi decent team. They have a team
Yeah.
that could probably contend in the East.
Yeah, well,
But
I'm gonna keep it real. They did get a little bit cuter with Jackson
Boy,
and Dejanay and Carrington. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I'm just
Yeah.
go ahead and keep it 100. But
Yeah.
because now basketball sense, like I said, Chicago made moves. Business sense, they're willing to bet that they can put a winner on the court to supplement what she brought off the court.
I think
Mhm.
they'll be a better team.
And I think they are definitely on paper because there's nothing that they lose with her that they didn't replace.
Yeah.
There's nothing
And
that they
Indiana,
Like,
right? And
and
Indiana
so
bringing back their vets was good stuff.
yeah.
My bad, Sid.
No.
but they lost
Go ahead.
Griner.
No,
Griner
They did end up losing Griner.
Griner is she's just tall now. She's not the BG that she used to be, bro.
She's
Because when
gonna
she
be
went
in
to
the final
Atlanta,
season.
folks like, oh man, she gonna help elevate Atlanta. She's not that player anymore, man. She moves like me on the court now, man, with bad knee.
Yeah,
Well,
this ain't
this is
Baylor
a
Brittany
Russian
Griner we're
prison.
talking now. This ain't Brittany.
Nah.
Yeah, this ain't Brittany.
Bro, this ain't even Phoenix Brittany Griner we talking about.
Yikes.
Yeah, she lost a
But
lot.
she's gonna go.
I'm gonna keep it
She's
real.
going to Connecticut.
That time in prison, it robbed her of
Yeah.
what she had left because she already was a big woman. I'm gonna just keep it real.
Excuse me. Yep.
And she suffered what Big suffered through. You know what I mean? When
Yep.
you get older, you do lose mobility. It gets harder to move mass. You almost
And
get
yeah,
nailed to the floor. So yeah, she's not she ain't been BG for about 6-7 years.
How old is
you
she,
gotta
by the way?
factor
I'm
in
curious.
whatever
What is she like? 30?
beating.
What is she like? 32, 33?
Nah,
I think
she
it's
older
like
than that.
35. She's like
She older.
37.
really?
I want to say.
Yeah.
She's
Is
old.
she really?
Yeah,
Wow.
she's older
Yeah.
than that, and then you figure how long she been home. What I don't know how long she's been home, but she spent those are prime years. For
35.
yeah, so she's
Yeah, she's
35. She been
35.
home.
35. Okay.
Just say she been home for 4 years. I don't recall just
I think
or
it was
5
2022 when all that went
Ye-
down.
Yeah,
So
it was.
she been home for for 4 years. That's 26. See, she was 26. Those are prime years.
It's crazy how the difference between taking a vape pen with weed in it and stealing a pair of glasses in China, how that's I'm trying to when
I
Jello
mean, China versus Russia.
tomato,
Well,
closed casket of cremation.
Yeah. My deal is I travel a lot, foreign places. Hey man, first thing I know is the rules, what I can and can't do.
Facts.
I ain't about to go.
I think it's more
Exactly.
entitlement.
I don't give a
With
fuck what
Griner,
it is.
it was entitlement. Like, not every place is like the U.S.
Nothing is like the U.S.
And
Nothing.
and you're going through
Facts.
Russian
Facts.
airports. Yes, it's a small amount, a very small amount, and probably didn't justify her sentence and shit. But it's still against the law. You're
It
not in
wasn't
the
even. It
U.S.
wasn't
dude.
even an equivalent to a dime bag, was it?
No,
Mm-mm.
it was like very small. And her
Minuscule.
Yeah, like
sentencing for it did not add up for it.
a nickel
I
bag
still,
with seeds
I
and
mean,
stems in it.
This shit
the trade was a wash. I don't think either side won the trade here.
Yeah,
no,
nobody
because
got better.
no,
I
because
don't, I don't, I don't know. I don't know what Igor or Ivar, whatever the fuck the dude's name is, doing. Victor. Haven't heard from him since we traded him for Griner.
yeah.
Right.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
If he's quiet, it's a
I
bad
have no idea.
Yeah.
because
Let's hope we.
he's
Let's
so
hope we don't
whipping.
find out.
Yeah, I said
Let's
that's a
hope we don't
bad
find
thing
out.
because he's so whipping. So if he quiet, then yeah, he doing what he do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Probably
Let's
got
do it away
parade
from
when he
here.
showed back up.
But my deal is that's one of those things when you're an athlete or jock and you have that celebrity on you, you don't move like everybody else. You can't move like everybody else.
Facts.
My mother used to tell me all the time because my brother had a certain level of local fame, whatever, whatnot. Sydney, you can't move like because again, it's a tarnish on names and reputation
Hmm.
or everything. Her reputation, good, bad, better, or worse, has been tarnished forever because that's going to be a part of her footnote. It's going and then you become in this case, it was at the highest high. Hold on a second. Great kids. I'm doing a show. Sorry. So I'm doing a TV show. Doing a podcast.
That's cute.
So when you move like that, you got to be careful on how what I mean because it's repercussions other than just yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, she hadn't been the same now as far as the basketball trade. Like I said, uh, uh, I think it adds for intrigue with the questions that you know what I mean. It just adds for more intrigue for more sales or for a greater WNBA product.
Won't
Hmm.
disagree.
Is it bad? Even with all this, I'm still not really that interested in the upcoming season.
I totally am. I'm here for it.
I'm
I
locked
I'm here
in.
for it.
I watch.
I'm here
Not-
for it.
I'm not. I'll like peek in and stuff, but like I'm not. The fan base and mainly the players have done a terrible fucking job trying to bring
Well,
they keep rejecting new fans. I don't know why.
that's on Kathy Engelbert though. That she
Oh,
has to be the one.
that
She's
fuck
got
that. Holy
that's
hell.
on her. She's got to be the straw that stirred the coffee though.
Yeah.
Like
Holy
she
hell.
needs
Would
she
you
needs
ask me that if I was a man? You know how many times I've seen Gary Bettman ask, "Do you think your job's on the line?" A shit
Mhm.
ton. She is the worst commissioner in sports.
She
by
is.
far. By far.
She did
She needs
nothing
to
to
learn
stop
a thing or 12 from Adam Silver, I'll tell you that.
She did
Mm.
absolutely nothing to put a pin in when the Angel Reese Caitlin Clark shit was at its all-time high. Did absolutely nothing and sat there and acted like, oh well,
Because it was
all this other shit.
eyeballs. It was eyeballs.
She done nothing
Yeah.
to put a stop to when Caitlin Clark was openly being the shit kicked out of her on the court, and the officials were just no calling it. Should have stepped in there because that was clear shit. There's just a lot of shit, and then every time new fans, goes towards the players. New fans starting to come in, and you get the well, we don't need you, go fuck yourself, pretty much mentality from all of them.
It was less Caitlin and more Sophia or Sophie. So
But
Fucking herpy lord.
she did a bad job.
Was it a cold sore or was it a herpy?
I'm pretty sure she said she had herpes.
She
Oh, shit.
what
I don't
she
know if
did a
that's
bad
real or that was fake, but I'm pretty sure I saw something that said she had herpes.
Yeah, I hope it was AI.
what a good commissioner does is make good out of bad. She had an opportunity to capitalize on all of those things, and sometimes,
Mhm.
especially in public relations, sometimes bad press. There's no such thing as bad press, and she didn't capitalize on it. I think that goes to show her lack of vision as a leader and yeah, she got got them some guaranteed money. That's cool. I mean, fine. Then they got that worked out, but it still hadn't elevated the game, even with the controversies. You know what I mean, or perceived controversies. Because again, to me, for the right person, those are opportunities, not controversies. And so she did a bad job at managing a bad situation. Put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
With that too, I think them expanding the league is not a good idea, at least not right now. They're expanding too quickly right now.
And to
Because
the
they're
city.
bringing back Detroit. They're doing Cleveland. They just forced a team out of the New England area so they can try and revive Houston for some reason. Like you give it a few years. Establish a legit fan base. Because right now it's Caitlin Clark fans, and then hopefully a lot of them are trickling to becoming WNBA fans. But you're just adding all these new teams just
Shiny eye.
an insane pace. You don't need to.
Yeah,
and you also just lost a whole region of fans because you're taking the Sun out of Connecticut because you vetoed the Boston deal just so you can go and throw them off to Houston because why? Because the Fertitas on an NBA team?
I don't know.
They're growing. They're growing and their expansion is not holding up to what the reality of that league is. They shouldn't be expanding as fast as they should be right now. I get like a team or two, but we're going to be adding 8 by 2030 if you add in Golden State, Toronto, Portland. You have Detroit, you got Cleveland, and you got one other place. I forget what. Philadelphia.
Yeah, but I think one of the things I think they're banking on the continued success of the college women's game. The college
Mm-hmm.
women's game is off the chain, and they're continuing to rely. And naturally, what I mean, that's their talent pool. You know what I mean. But I think that they have to do a better job. I agree. You kind of consolidate the talent. It's easier to follow 2 or 3 girls on one team than it is, you know what I mean? Hypothetically, Kelsey Plum. So you follow Kelsey Plum. She was a spark, then a ace, and then she a spark. You know what I mean? It's easier to follow multiple players, especially when the league, honestly, is still fragile. Like I said, they got the deal done, but they're in a real competitions race with the 3-on-3 women's league out of Miami. So they're in real competition with them. You know what I mean? So it makes sense.
And they got the Project B shit that's coming.
Yeah. So you consolidate, you know what I mean, the talent until you're able to, like I said, build that fan base of multiple players. Like I said, most casual NBA players, they can name Caitlin Clark on a Fever, but they can't name Boston. They can't name any other players. And it's the casual fan base that's going to have to join on board, because you're right, they kind of shit on new fans coming in, but it's the same. But essentially, like I said, they're not capitalizing off the NCAA women's game because it does numbers.
Yeah, well, the thing is like the WNBA has always had this earn your stripes type of thing. And I think that's what the folks were upset with Caitlin Clark her rookie year is because, well, she ain't earned her stripes. It's like, no, you embrace this stardom, this stardom that's coming in and the crowd that is bringing, because a rising tide lifts all ships. And that's the thing. Like you talked about the commissioner, she didn't take advantage of that. She missed the boat on that. And and it has always been, you come in, you got to earn your keep, respect the history of the game. It's like, yeah, you get all that, but when you got a star, man, you got to promote that star. Now, last year was the first time I really started seeing WNBA commercials with players and some embracing femininity, because that was an issue that a lot of people talked about and all of that. But I saw a lot more of that last year, and they started to build a lot more storylines last year. And one of the better things that happened last year is the eventual champs went on a doggone run after looking like they were out of it in the first half of the year.
Yeah.
And that provided
And
a
without
great
Caitlin Clark,
storyline for the
without Caitlin
WNBA
Clark
playoffs.
too.
Without Caitlin Clark. Asia said, come give me that. Took the scoring title and the WNBA title.
All
and defensive player of the year.
all of
The
that.
best thing that could happen for the WNBA is Indiana becoming championship contenders, not win the title, but becoming contenders and being there near the end. Because then you're going to have the Clark fan base there, and then you're going to have the current fans there, and it's going to get more media attention because Caitlin Clark is in the Final Four or the championship game. It's going to get a hell of a lot more attention, which would broaden the eyes on the product.
You know what?
Hey, go
Sean,
ahead, Sid. Go ahead, Sid.
just real quick. Bill Parcells said something about Lawrence Taylor, and it goes to being a star. They was like, Parcells, you knew LT was out partying. He in the Bronx getting rocks. He in Manhattan getting rocks. He in Queens getting hoes, and the whole shebang bang. And he said the reason why he dealt with Lawrence Taylor is because Lawrence could do what nobody else could do on Sunday. You have to protect your stars. You have to promote your stars, because in the end, everybody eats off that star. Everybody.
100%. 100%.
Everybody. You think about left tackles. Left tackles are Lawrence Taylor. They need to see him a 2% check every year, every left tackle since, because he made them stars.
The Bobby Bonilla plan.
So when you have when you have people like that, you have to promote them. I'm a Magic George. I mean, I'm a Larry Michael. A Magic Larry guy, 80s guy. But Jordan, you had to promote him during the 90s because he was that star. He was that dude. So you do have to build your league around them. You know what I mean? And you're right, BT. They have to become contenders this year, not next year. This year. And they put the pieces around them. It looks like, you know what I mean? They've gotten, better defensively. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, I watched the game because I like the sport. So we'll see.
Like I said, with them signing Mitchell again, Aaliyah got that contract, and Cunningham with the 1-year deal, and obviously, Caitlin's going to be. And I think she gets signed for the max. Is it next year, BT? I'm not sure, but I think because it'll be her. This will be her third year coming up this year, third year, and then
so next year I think she'll be up for extension.
Yeah, but the crazy part to me is how far Indiana got when they played Vegas, and again with Caitlin Clark missing like 80% of the season. I mean, they that team rallied around Kelsey Mitchell. She was a fucking dog. She was that chick.
She was a beast.
I'm not gonna call her, the other thing, but she was that chick. You feel me? Like, dog, like she was everything to that team. And what I think happened was with all the other pieces, I think that because they did rely heavily on her, she got tired. And you saw that fatigue. Like, there's only so much that she could do. It was basically Kelsey Mitchell against Vegas. Like, but man, that was a great matchup. That was a great matchup, man. And I think Indiana's going to be right there again this year with a healthy Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she's up for an extension this year.
And a lot of times,
I knew it was this year. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
I don't know if Dane's still with us, but it's almost like what they call the Patrick Ewing curse, where a team gets better without their star. And I think that's what happened, is because the pressure came off. You can imagine, you got the number one player, so you out here, you're doing what you do, and how she plays at times. It might could dictate a little bit longer. She shares the ball, but she's a high volume shooter. So, what I mean? You got these women out here, what I mean? So you take that pressure off, what I mean? Once that pressure came off, Indiana last year, it was like it opened up. What I mean? It was like everything opened up for them. So what you hope basketball wise is that she integrates in, what I mean, gives up a little bit of her game to get a lot from everybody else, if that makes sense. Yeah. And that's what's going to propel them. What I mean? Because she's not going to win it by herself. She's not going to win it by herself.
I want to ask you guys something. Is there a difference between the face of the league and the best player in the league? Because I had a conversation with somebody the other day.
Sometimes. Not often.
There can be a divergence.
To me, because to me, I think the best player, like take the WNBA, I think the face of the league to me is Caitlin, but the best player is A'ja Wilson.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's beyond fair because
Yeah.
as the popular saying is, two things can be true at once, and for them
Hmm.
that's definitely what it is, and it's actually
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say it it's tragic for Asia because she's been both for a long time without the
Sure.
plug. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Sure.
She's been both
Sure.
for since she came out. You know what I mean? Since she came out of
Yeah.
South Carolina, since she stepped on, you know what I mean? She has been, and I'll say it, she been that bitch. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
now the dynamic has changed, and you
Yeah.
got to thank Angel Reese for that. Not the talent, not the player, but for providing that dynamic. And it's a dynamic. It's almost like I do acting. It's almost like an old trope. Dane posted about antagonistic, you know what I mean, sitcoms. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
These are elements that will always sell. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark took people, good, bad, right or wrong, talent wise, whatever, back to Magic and Larry because it was a dynamic that
Yep.
everybody, good, bad, right or wrong, could relate to, and that's what
I
sells.
agree. I
You had a
That's
agree.
what
hero versus a villain.
it's right.
Yeah.
And regardless of how you see it, regardless of how you see it.
Yeah. DT, who do you think that is for sports entertainment in regards to WWE?
Yeah, because it's WWE, it's WrestleMania
It's
weekend.
Mania weekend. For what? The face of
Yeah.
it all right now?
Yeah, face and the
Probably
best and the
Roman and Punk.
it's probably Roman by default.
that's what I
Roman.
Roman's
think.
the guy they send on these things.
He's the face,
Yeah.
but who's the best?
Like in all around.
I would go,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Hmm.
would all
Ooh.
around. Go back to Cody.
Yeah, honestly, no, because I think Punk's better than Cody.
Thank you. And I get shredded for that with some of my
If
friends.
we're going like just in ring, that person's
Yeah,
not in
and
WWE. If we're just going all around, it might be Punk. It's either Punk or Roman. Still,
Hmm.
the face
if we're
as
just
the
going in
face.
ring,
Oh, in ring. Okay.
if we're just going in ring, that person's not in WWE right now.
Where they at?
But
TNA,
they're in AEW.
AEW.
AEW,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
who is
it'd
that?
be Will Ospreay.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to
Osprey.
disagree. I figured you say Will Ospreay.
It's Ospreay,
Fair.
but the face of it all is probably Roman right now, and you probably the best overall is Roman. Roman can give you a decent match, and Roman can cut good promos. And Roman's kind of has the look where you can send him out there to go do talk shows
Yeah.
or promote this, promote that, send him on ESPN,
Yeah.
and it looks legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
I
guess
agree.
it'd be Roman just because he's the safe guy right now.
Yeah.
His tribal chief run was dope.
I think he's winning this weekend.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You would have. Yeah. He would have to win this weekend for sure.
I have no faith for tonight, but if you're going to watch tonight, the first hour is going to be on ESPN2.
ESPN.
On
Yep.
on
ESPN
two.
too.
And
I
then
just
the
don't want
rest will be
First
on
hour.
I just don't want Stephanie to lose, man. I'm gonna be pissed.
the rest. She's losing, but the rest will be on that
I hope not, dude.
ESPN Unlimited shit. And then tomorrow, hour one will be on ESPN.
And I'm
You'll get Brock versus Oba, and then a ladder match for that one.
Oba's going.
And Oba better not lose.
Yeah, he's. I
And
think
then
Brock really put him over.
Yeah.
tonight you
Do
get
Do business.
a 6-man tag match between ISHO Speed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory versus the Usos and LA Knight. And then the other
What?
match is going to be Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu.
Wait.
in an unsanctioned match.
They really put Uso and LA Knight, and they
Yes.
got Isho Speed on the other side, and it's supposed to be a
Yeah.
challenge.
Yeah, man. Well,
And
that
you're-
storyline has been built,
Paul
created
has
for a while.
developed himself into like a
So-
legit guy, but
on
Isho
my
Speed,
thing
man,
on my thing I recorded earlier, which is going to be dropped probably within the next 2 hours on Spotify and shit. I think one of the main talking points coming out of the weekend is going to be ISHO Speed's performance because Logan Paul's a natural because of his electability and shit. ISHO Speed is way more athletic than Logan Paul. I think that's going to come easier to him.
What?
And I think he is going to actually look. I think he is going to. I compared it to Bad Bunny back at WrestleMania, where he faced Miz and Morrison. I think Speed would look better than that.
Well,
Can he do a frog splash like Logan Paul?
Yeah.
Man, I want to see
He's
that.
one of the most athletic humans
Oh
on
no,
the face of the earth
he
right
definitely
now.
is. Yeah, no, he's that guy. But man, Logan Paul
He
is
just looks like a shrimp.
he's must see.
That's his
That's fair.
downfall.
I will.
Yeah, that's
I will say Cameron gonna come to the ring with a mic and interfere.
That show's
Oh,
hilarious.
Yep.
That
Yep.
shit was
man,
hilarious.
that
That's
was so
happening.
funny, man.
He gonna hit him with a mic.
Yeah, and then Mace
Stop
acting like he
giving me these
really did
WrestleMania
something.
Saturday, guys. Oh my god, that was so random but funny at the same time.
Sure was.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Jay sold this shit well. That was funny as hell.
Yeah, he did.
All up until the punch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It was,
yeah.
the punch was like, oh, this will work. This is a work. Good job though.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna, actually, what is this? So in case anyone wants to actually watch tonight, it's going to be on the ESPN Unlimited app.
Okay.
Whole show. So let me tell you what you're getting tonight. If I can pull up the Wikipedia card.
What time does
Starts at
Minnesota
6
Denver play
tonight.
today? 3:30? Oh, 6 o'clock? Okay.
I think they got the 6.
Oh, for that one, I want to say Mania starts at 6. I want to say Minnesota Denver is the
3:30?
3 o'clock game today. I want to
Yep.
say the 3:30 game today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cleveland and Toronto, the early game.
As it should be.
Special.
That's the first.
As it should be.
So we got through those two matches. The other matches you'll get tonight is Stephanie Victor versus Liv Morgan for the women's world title. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch for the women's intercontinental. A fatal 4-way women's tag team match. That's going to be one to look into. Heads up. Seth Rollins versus Gunther, and then Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship will close out the night tonight.
So
Oh,
are we
they
getting
giving Randy a title shot.
we're getting the demon tomorrow night, BT?
Yep. Tomorrow night, you got Oba Brock. You got the 6-man ladder match for the IC title. You got Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley for the women's championship. Sami
That's
Zayn
good, dude.
versus Trick Williams. FYI,
Oh,
keep an eye on
Lord.
Trick Williams. I am high as a motherfucker on this dude. Demon Balor
Whoop
versus
that
Dominic
trick.
Mysterio. And then the main event, they'll close out tomorrow night, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns.
Something's gonna go left.
Whoop that trick.
Something is
That dude has,
Did you just say whoop that trick?
dude.
Nah,
Yeah, Trick Williams has it.
actually, I like Saturday's lineup better than I do Sunday.
I like Sundays a whole lot more. Saturdays,
Yeah. Yeah. I like
Saturdays can go
Sundays.
either way, but it's just a bunch of feuds that like either put together last second or the build has just been terrible.
Yeah, the Sami
I mean,
Zayn
not
match,
as-
you can go make a sandwich.
I
I
don't
mean,
watch.
not as bad as
I
the
don't watch
Jade
wrestling.
Rhea one's been terrible.
I don't watch wrestling
God.
anymore. But why they?
Yeah, it has been.
Why-
The
why
build
they-
up on that has been sucky.
Why they split it to 2 days?
So when they did COVID, when COVID happened, they split up the 2 nights just so they can spread out content and shit.
I think they should put it on.
So then when they went back, because they did the arena can only be filled to a certain capacity, they did night 1 and night 2 in Tampa. So they're like, okay, well that went off good. We made decent money. Let's see what happens the next year. We're going to be at Cowboy Stadium, and they made a shit ton.
Shit ton of money. Yeah.
They let Austin. They had Austin main event night 1. They did Roman Brock night 2, and then the next year they did Los Angeles. That killed it. Philadelphia killed it. Last year was record breaking for them to a point they went back to Vegas this year, which was a mistake. And so pretty much it's money. That's why they're doing SummerSlam 2 nights now.
Yeah. ABT over or under LA Night botches. I got him at 2. He's horrible, man.
Better go to Calci, man. You better go to Calci.
I'm a cash out.
Yeah. But what they don't
That too.
do, like back in the day when there was a botch move, they didn't go right back to that move. It's like
Yeah, they do that a lot.
the
Yeah,
same move
man.
again, which makes the botch look like, yeah, you blew it. Move on.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it didn't seem like they did that as much.
No, not in this era, man. LA Knight and Jey Uso, they're bad. they're bad.
Yeah, I think, but I think that goes. I don't know who's training these guys, but those old
They
school
are.
wrestlers, yeah, they would box, but
Yeah, they
the
are.
box
Yeah.
it wasn't magnified, Sean. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It right now the
Well, because
Nia
it's a
Jax,
social media era.
love
It's a
her.
social media era.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love
You
Jack.
didn't
You know what
know.
I mean? But she, you know what I mean? She was born especially early in her career. It was like it's almost like the freezing, and this one knows it's almost like being in theater. Once the play starts, don't the crowd really don't know what you're going to do until you fucking
Mm-hmm.
do it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's that
Mm-hmm.
that's a theater. TV, yeah, you stop, movies, you stop and do it. But like wrestling, like theater, once it starts, the crowd is they react to you. So if you
Sorry.
react like, oh, I messed up, they're gonna react like, damn, they messed up.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah, that
Hey,
is
I
your
think we covered
WrestleMania
everything.
42 card.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Pretty
we
much.
did. I think we did. I
that's
got
good.
grandchildren here, my dog, my
Your great grandchildren.
We need to cover the Mets with some more dirt on that coffin. Is what we need to do.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jack,
Mets are
where you
done.
at?
I'm training them to whoop your ass. It's gonna be a league of assassins, and I'm gonna let you know now they're gonna be all the girls too. They're gonna be all the girls. They're gonna roll up on you.
Instead of Kill Bill,
he
Kill
raising
BG.
some
It's
black
okay.
widows over there.
I'll send them all Celtics gear.
Take that jersey off.
Man, I just
Mm.
You're gonna wake up from your mid-afternoon nap after you have your little applesauce and shit.
my
And you can see all
my
them in Larry Bird jerseys.
my will is written in pencil.
All right, we got 5 minutes till tip off.
Yeah,
Yep.
good show, fellas. Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you,
I'm-
StreamYard, for holding up this time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Facts. Yep.
Yep. I guess most of us are back Thursday for
Draft
the NFL
night.
draft. That shithole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This draft is not
I'm gonna
getting no buzz.
I'm gonna tap in periodically, man.
Same.
You gotta at least be in for the first pick.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
I might have some
Yeah.
inside information to drop as the show go along. Cause like I said, I'm gonna hang out with people who be in contact with people doing a draft. So I'm gonna go hang out, smoke cigars, and drink good bourbon.
Yeah, and
Cry
it's like
yourself
me,
to
like
sleep 'cause you gotta watch Kirk Cousins.
I got a buddy of mine. His uncle. I have a buddy of mine. He lives in Charlotte. Who works with Duke Harris's uncle. So like he said that the lean is more between Tennessee and us. So I'll find out something soon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
This is just not a good draft class.
I mean, the draft usually it's talked about a lot. It's not getting talked about this year a lot. It's not.
Because
my head coach decided to go out
outside
and
of
fucking
Mendoza,
report her.
outside of Mendoza, what else are we talking about?
You don't have marquee names.
honestly.
Everybody know Mendoza going number one.
Yeah.
There's no intrigue with this draft.
None. There's no intrigue with this draft, and honestly, the personality of this draft.
Yeah, the personality. Yeah, it says the personality. It sucks.
Yeah.
We don't got that
very
like
vanilla.
Shador Sanders this year, where like
very-
all the fanfare
very
at
vanilla.
him.
Ain't nothing
It
that
also
moves
doesn't
me.
help
I
that
mean,
like the main talking point. Actually, I don't know if ESPN's gonna touch it. Is Vrabel banging Rossini?
they're not going to talk about it. ESPN.
They will not.
No, they're gonna stay away. They'll stay away, especially since the NBA, especially since she's already received her punishment, and he's been cleared. Then hell no, they'll stay away from that.
No, this story is not over, but I don't think they'll talk about it. I think they might graze it a little bit if when the Patriots get on the clock. But
I
outside of that, I don't think.
Yeah, make Grazy. Yeah, but I don't think they'll talk about it.
So we got Eric
hope-
Collins and Dale Curry calling the game.
Yeah, actually,
Ugh,
I don't know who's in it.
I don't even have Amazon Prime, so I don't even know who the announcers are.
Yeah, it's Eric Collins and Dale Curry.
That's one of them
Jeez.
games.
But they're
like I
Hornets.
said,
That's a show as a Hornets team.
yeah, it's,
Yeah, you know this draft
It
sucks.
is,
when
you know what I
Ty
mean?
Simpson is the second best quarterback.
It's not even just about the quarterbacks. Like it's just have no buzz. Like maybe
There's
one thing.
no one. It's a bunch.
Who the Giants have
It's
at
a
5?
couple of flyer guys, solid guys, and then like a bunch of lottery tickets.
yeah.
I don't like the wide
It's
receivers.
Basically.
It's depth people.
I think that
There's a
this
lot
is
of
a
good
good.
depth guys.
I'm like
Yeah.
Dane. I don't like the wide receiver class. I think the running backs, the top two running backs, they're going to come in and make impact. The Notre Dame guys, and
Yeah,
this,
Jeremiah Love.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the
love,
other one, I
love.
can't remember the other cat's name, but
Yeah,
he's
I
going to
like
go.
I like Sonny Styles and Caleb Downs. So I think
Yeah,
the only interesting thing I think who the Giants gonna do at 5. That's it.
yeah,
That's all I'm looking for. That's all I care about.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah.
need
Yeah, they have the
defense.
Jets.
Defense, yeah.
They have the Jets picking.
Defense.
This is Kuiper's draft. Jets are picking David Bailey, number 2, according to Kuiper.
Who?
The defensive end.
Arvell
Oh,
Reese
the
from
defense
Ohio State, 3rd.
from Ohio State, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Jeremiah Love, 4th to Tennessee.
I can see that.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
like
even be surprised if the Cardinals draft him.
Yeah, actually, that would be a
Caleb
wise
Downs.
move for Tennessee because you got Cam. You got to alleviate, and he would really thrive with a constant play action threat, and Love gives him that. That would be an ideal pick for him.
Yeah, it would
That
be.
would
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the Titans are going to go to a new stadium, so you need something to sell.
You sure do, and it's almost I drive by it every day. They got a couple more months. They'll be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man. When I was there, man,
the Titans are
when I
taking.
was there, they were
I think
building it, man. They were making good progress. When I
Oh
was
yeah,
when I was in Tennessee, they were making good progress
yeah, man.
building it.
I think
They
they're going
have
to draft
Caleb
Jeremiah Love.
Downs going 5th to New York Giants.
I hope so.
I hate when people do this in mock drafts, but he projects a trade between the Browns and Cowboys, where Sonny Styles will go 6th to Dallas.
Of course, he
Ariel
Why?
Tate,
Cowboys
7
get
to
somebody.
Washington.
Sonny Styles is he's a bad man.
Uh,
He's a bad
Bump
man.
that.
Sonny Styles is the truth. He's the
Carnell
truth.
Tate, number 7 to Washington, according to Kuiper. Ruben
not high
Bain
on him. I don't know
Jr.
how
from
the wide
Miami, number 8 to New Orleans.
Now that's a
Jordan
need.
Tyson,
That's a need.
Jordan Tyson, number 9 to Kansas City.
All of those
Uh,
that 7, 8, 9, all those fit.
Number
Yep.
10, Mansour Delane, defensive back, LSU to Cincinnati. That's your two options. Let's get to
I
our
like
team.
that. I like that
Cincinnati
one.
does not need to go. Well, they.
It's okay. The
kinda
next
do,
2
man.
picks after that are all line.
I would try to find me a lineman, man. Keep
Me
the
too.
quarterback up right.
Let me pull
Me
up our
too.
teams.
Me too. They have to, Sean. They're equally bad on those. I mean, they can't stop nobody, and they got Joe Burrow, and they're gonna get that boy beat up even more this year. He
Yeah.
didn't survive. He didn't survive the year. Didn't play a
He's
full.
not going to survive the next.
He's not going to survive the next. And if they take a defensive back, and actually they probably should have been the team that should have probably been the most active in seeking some type of trade to get up to get or they have a plan if it's a deep offensive line. But now the players that you've named, BT, not one of them have been offensive linemen.
So they actually have
Dane,
offensive line going 11 and 12.
They need
The
to make
Miami dude to the Dolphins, and then Caden Proctor to number 12 to Cleveland.
Now the Miami dude, you talking about the big tackle? He's flawed, and he might be the bust of the draft if he goes any higher than what, because he needs serious work. He has issues with hand placement. He has issues with his hips. He doesn't bend, especially on inside moves. And because he's so big and so tall, he's setting up for outside moves. But anything on inside or double moves, he struggles with. And then his arm placement. And so he, and that might be one reason why Cincinnati wouldn't take him, because there might not be any good damn offensive line. Because if he's the cream of the crop, then this is a piss poor draft because he's flawed. Seriously flawed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, Dane, is Scadaboo projected to come back for opening day?
Should be, yeah.
So 13, which would have been Atlanta's pick if they didn't go dum-dum here. Makai Lemon, wide receiver, USC to the Rams.
Hey, first of all, they ain't go dumb. It looked like a genius move until he got behind the wheel of a car.
Man.
So let's jump into Carolina. Carolina at 19. Kuiper predicts Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety out of Toledo.
Hold on, let me revisit this. Let me back up real quick, Sean. What about your boy James Pierce? Now he had a promising rookie year, but crashes out. And Atlanta was a team that struggled with pass rush. You finally figured that they figured it out. You know what I mean? You get a guy coming in. What do they do? How do they move?
So, looking at everything with the case, one is taking long. Rumor is he's pleading down. I think they threw out the thing against the cop already, so he's probably looking at 6-game suspension if he don't get any jail time. But the word is they trying to plead down.
So what? 3
So
games?
we'll see.
Like 3
No,
games?
I think it'll at least be 6. And the
Yeah.
minimum, I think
Damn.
the minimum is going to be 6.
Yeah, he'll get the Ezekiel Elliott 6-game suspension.
And what's
And then for New England, they have him taking Akeem Mizdor, defensive end from Miami.
How do you like that pick, BT?
I like it. They need pass rush. I'd go pass rush and offensive line. I think those should be their 2 main targets in this draft.
Who catching the ball?
They got they
Because
picked
y'all
up
receivers
Dobbs.
are booty.
Yeah.
Picked up Dobbs. I think they're gonna. Honestly, I think Diggs is gonna end up being back.
Really?
No. Really?
Well,
I think they'll end up
is
bringing
there
him back.
really a market for Diggs though? Think about
That's
it. Though.
why.
You
Yeah.
might
That's
be
why
right.
I think
Yeah.
he'll end up coming back.
I was gonna say he coming in at super dirt cheap.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
A
think he's
prove it
back. His
deal.
market's not what he thought it would be. So since he did 2 rounds here, you can finally do Atlanta's pick. Number 48, they have him taking Lee Hunter, defensive tackle from Texas Tech.
Oh,
The
All right,
other
fellas,
option they
I'm about
had
to head
on
out.
this was okay.
All right,
The other
Dan.
option they had
y'all take
on
care.
this
Yes, sir.
was Georgia's wide receiver. I'm not even going to pronounce his first name. Branch.
Malachi. You talking about Branch? I was thinking about Malachi Starr for somewhere. Zachariah Branch.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the other. That's the alternative. The other one is
I like the Branch kid.
AJ Terrell's younger brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad with Branch in the 2nd round. I mean, speed threat can be a gadget guy. I think Atlanta needs that. Atlanta needs that. Drake London is possession receiver. He's a red zone threat. So Darnell Moody has not, he did not pan out. So Atlanta needs some help in the wide receiver room for sure.
Yeah, you got to take the top off with Atlanta.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to give
Guess we're loading off.
so them cats can work underneath. Cause you with Bijan, you don't want to just necessarily waste all of his time. He a special talent, and he's one of them where you gotta put the pieces around him to create his space and his opportunities. Not just running the ball, but he catches the ball so well. So yeah, you got to have a take the top off guy.
Yeah,
for sure.
So we are back Thursday for the 7th
Thursday
annual
night.
NFL draft
NFL
draft
draft.
discussion.
All righty, that's what it is, fellas.
All right. I'll holler at y'all on Thursday.